Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it is separate harmonious essence.
Hare Krishna. Dandapana. We shall begin, or we'll wait for the devotees to join.
Prabhuji, no, we can please start on time.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Ena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijan Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitamsha नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामिने गौरतिशे नमः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण. Welcome to our fifth canto Bhakti Vaibhava. So last week in 3 classes we have been discussing from chapter 1, chapter 16, 17, 19, 20 about the structure of the Bhumandala, different divisions, subdivisions, sub-subdivisions, etc. And then we also studied some portion from Bhugola Varnanam, which talks about some of the important aspects of the same Bhumandala, which are not mentioned in the Bhagavatam, so that we'll get a complete picture of the entire Bhumandala. So these things we discussed in the last class. And then we also began from the end of chapter 20 and 21 about the sun. We discussed about sun being the chariot and located just above Mansutra mountain and revolving around Mount Meru and Earth globe in the center. And then this chariot has got only one wheel and then driven by 7 horses, controlled by Aruna, and so many things that we saw all that. And then we also saw that above sun at a height of 1 lakh yojanas, not exactly above sun, but above the rays of the sun that are coming to Earth globe. At a height of 1 lakh yojanas, we have moon, and the moon is located very close to Earth. But height-wise, on this particular Makar Sankranti day, the moon is located above the plane of the sun. So like that we have to understand. And then we also saw the moon being the abode of the Pitrus and Devatas. And the Devatas were Sadhyas and the Pitrus were the Pitru Devatas. And it is revolving around the Earth globe. And then we also saw important aspects of sun, moon and earth. Just like earth is made up of condensed earth element, the sun is made up of condensed fire element. Similarly, the moon is made up of condensed water elements. So that's why we call Rasatmaka Soma. Soma is made up of rasa. Rasa means Rasoham Apsu Kaunteya. Apsu means water. So moon is made up of water in solid state. So that's what we have understood. And then who are those Pitrus? Who are those Devatas? The Pitrus are the Pitru Devatas are Sadhyas here. And then we also discussed about what kind of activity the Pitrus do, how they are assisting the entire universe by providing the food. The Somarasa, it is provided by moon god to all the Devatas. That is their regular diet. Similarly, the same moon god is providing us the juices in the foodstuffs, the food grains, fruits, flowers, and everything. So in one way, he is maintaining the Devatas as well as is maintaining the human beings, as well as is maintaining all the animals and every living entity. Or in one sense, all of us are dependent upon the moon, is the maintainer of all of us by providing us the food that we eat according to our respective nature. So like that. These are all the different things we have seen last time. And there are four category of Pitrus who were created by Brahma. Of the four brothers, two brothers are staying in the moon planet, that is main Pitruloka, and the other two brothers are staying in a secondary Pitruloka adjacent to Yamaloka. So this secondary Pitruloka, which is adjacent to Yamaloka, we will discuss when we come to chapter 26. But for now, any scriptures, when they talk about Pitruloka, that is actually hinting at the moon. The moon that we see every day, it is actually called as the Pitruloka in which all of us are residing. So
नीचे
these are,
बैठे
these are the few things kindly remember always.
उनको लोग बारी बारी करके अपने हाजिरी दे
So that is where we stopped the last class. And before beginning today's class, do any devotees have any questions based on the previous week discussions? Based on your homework throughout the week, anyone has any confusion or any doubt? Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Actually, Prabhuji, it's not a question, it's kind of a funny comment that Prabhuji, we have four Pitras and two are in moon and two are in the Yamaloka, and they have one wife, daughter of Daksha.
Ah,
I was thinking, how is it that, they are living separately? How is it that they are married? It's a funny thing. It's not a question, but I was just contemplating, last week as to how
there were 5 Pandavas and they have only one wife, Draupadi. How are they living?
they were together. They are not here.
No,
But-
still they were together also, but only one person used to be with Draupadi for a year.
Yeah. Yes.
That way, they also must have had some arrangement like that.
I'm sure. Yeah. Okay, Bruce. That's all.
Any other devotees? Hare Krishna. None of you have any questions? Yeah, yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, abhi जैसे you were just saying that the moon that we see is the Pitri Loka. That where the we reside or the Pitras reside. Can you please just clarify that point, ek bari?
See, there are Devatas, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, etc. They are all living in the Svargaloka. If a person by their piety, if they are qualified to go to Svargaloka, they will also become the residents of Svargaloka, but they are not the permanent residents. The original Devatas are the permanent residents. Matlab, they will stay there for one Manvantara time period. That is their lifespan. Throughout their lifespan, they stay there. But those people from here, from Bharatavarsha, who go to heaven by piety, they only stay there for 1,000 years or 2,000 years and come back as per their piety allows. But as long as they are living in the Devaloka, they are also called as Devatas. But they are not given any responsibility that the Devatas have. The Devatas have the responsibility of maintaining the entire universe. The visitors do not get that kind of facilities, that kind of responsibilities. They only get the heavenly facilities and they will have some gala time. Similarly, in Putriloka also there are the original personalities in that area who are meant to stay there, who will stay there for one Manvantara period. They are like Chandra and other the main Pitrus, the two names we have seen, the Saumyas and Ajyapas, etc. They are the main personalities who stay there for one Manvantara. There is no in that. But the people from here who by performing piety who go to Pitruloka, they are also called Pitrus. But they only stay there for few hundreds and thousands years. After they'll come back. So like that. This is the understanding.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Anyone else? Okay. So some insights, some inputs about the moon landing from scientific point of view and Vedic point of view. So here if you see, yeah, Soviet Unions had sent a Luna 2 mission in 1959. They have sent a mission onto the moon. That's what they say. And in competition to them, US, NASA had sent Apollo 11 in 2069, 10 years later. And they have sent two human beings who landed on the moon, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. Neil Armstrong was the captain and Buzz Aldrin was the pilot. They were there for more than half an hour, and they roam. Some say that Neil Armstrong was roaming around for 6 hours. Then Buzz Aldrin also roamed around for 20 minutes, and both of them again returned. So like that, they brought something from there. So later on, starting from 69 to 72, there have been 6 manned US landings and numerous unmanned landings. Just like Neil Armstrong, they have sent another scientists also to the moon 6 more times. In addition to that, they have sent land rovers many times. But afterwards, for quite some time, there were no soft landing on the moon. But recently, they could become successful to send some rovers under the surface of the moon. So many things. Even India also tried in 2008 sending Chandrayaan-1 into the orbit of the moon with a remote sensing mechanism, basically with a camera to capture the images of the moon surface. Yeah, they captured and they told there are a lot of water bodies on the moon surface, something like that. So then in 2019, Chandrayaan-2 was supposed to land, but it did not land. In the last year, 2023, Chandrayaan-3 landed on the moon. That was there. And China also in 2009 and 2013, between 2011 also they have sent 3 satellites, Chang'e 1, Chang'e 2, Chang'e 3. Chang'e 2 could not land on the moon's orbit, but Chang'e 1 and Chang'e 2 landed on the moon's orbit and they could successfully capture the images of the moon. Like Chandrayaan 1, Chang'e 1, Chang'e 2 also to capture the moon's images. So like this, different countries have done different expeditions upon moon. And many more things happened afterwards also. I had not put everything. The list goes on. You can search, you can read in the web. So this is what is being said. Here you see Neil Armstrong is the first person who landed on the surface of the moon. Their national flag. Here the shuttle which landed on the moon. And again is returning. He has left behind 2 things. One is here, this one, other one is this one. We don't know what is. But eventually they were landing behind, coming back. So these are the pictures shown by NASA. But in the Puranas, we study this. From Vayu Purana, we study this. Ghana Toyatmakam Tatra Mandalam Shishina Smrutam Ghana Tejomayam Shukla Mandalam Bhaskarastute. Bhaskara is the sun. Sun is actually a mandala made up of Ghana Tejomayam. Teja means fire. Ghana means strong and solid. Sun is made up of solid fire. And Shashi, the moon. Moon is a mandala or an abode made up of Ghana Toyam. Toyam means water. Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam, we say in Bhagavad Gita. So Ghana means solidified water, basically ice. So moon is supposed to be a planet of ice. So this is the Puranic understanding of the moon. This is what we see the pictures of the moon. Some Vedic thoughts, Vedic viewpoint. So in the 8th canto, after Samudra Manthan, when the fight was going on between Kali and Indra, at one point of time, Indra says that if somebody without proper qualification trying to come to heaven and upper planets in order to control them, we Devatas send them back to lower than their current position by creating illusions. So if somebody tries to go to upper planetary system without proper qualification, they will be sent back to the lower position than their current position. This is what Indra says to Bali. So one classic example of this is Trishanku. Trishanku was coming in the dynasty of Ikshvaku, but Trishanku is he has made a mistake of killing a cow. So Vasishta, the family priest, cursed him to become Shudra. So he became Shudra and roaming around. And then Trishanku developed a desire to go to Sarga in the self-same body, which is very ugly looking and blackish. He approached Vasishta once. So I want to go to Sarga, please send me. They said, yeah, yes, you can go to Sarga, but you need to practice so many rituals. Then you have to leave this body and you will attain a Devata body and go to Sarga. He said, no, I want to go to Sarga in the self-same body. And that too now, right now. I don't have time to perform any austerities. Then Vasishta said that, no, you are not qualified to go, get lost. And he approached Vasishta's sons. They also said, no, we can't do anything. So he went to Vishwamitra and he told that I want to go to Sarga, please send me. So even Vishwamitra also told initially, no, you cannot go to Sarga like that. You need to practice some austerities. And then he said, Vasishta told me that I cannot go to Sarga, even no one can send me to Sarga. So when he used the word no one, Vishwamitra became angry and he took it as a challenge. Oh, dare is to say, no one can send you to Sarga. I will send you to Sarga. I will make sure that you'll go to Sarga. So then, as Vishwamitra using all his pious credits, trying to send Trishanku to Sarga. But Indra, understanding that an unqualified person is coming to Sarga, is pushing him downward. So then he was shouting at Vishwamitra, I'm falling down, I'm falling down. Then Vishwamitra was using his mystic potency and trying to send him upward. Like that, both of them were trying to pull and push. So then finally Vishwamitra said that no problem. I promised you that I will send you to Sarga. If Indra is not allowing you to enter into Sarga, I will create a new Sarga for you. So Vishwamitra had created a new heavenly planet for Trishanku. Even today also one can see Trishanku in the heavenly abodes, in a place known as Trishanku Swarga. So like that, if a person is not qualified, cannot go there. Only a qualified person can go. Such a qualified people like Arjuna, Yudhishthira, King Raivata, Nausha and all, they have gone to heaven. Not only gone to heaven, some of them became king of the heaven also, Indra position. So when a person is qualified, can go easily and can combine self-same body. But when he is not qualified, one cannot go forcefully. So this is one understanding of the Vedic thought. So here, then what is the qualification to go to heaven? By what process one can go to heaven or Pitruloka? Bhagavad Gita we study that Yanti Deva, Vrata Deva, Pitrunyanti Pitrunvata, Bhutani Yanti Bhutejya, Madhyajinopi, Mam. Those who worship me will come to me. Those who worship Devatas will go to Devatas. Those who worship Pitru, they'll go to Pitruloka. Those who worship Bhuta Pita Pitashas, they'll go to Bhuta Pita Pishasha. So whomsoever we worship, we are qualified to go there. Same thing we can see here. So what is the process of worshipping Pitrus and going to the Pitruloka? Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is the process of going to Pitruloka or Sarvaloka. So by following Karma Yoga, at one right point of time, by following this Pitruyana, one can go to Pitruloka. This is Bhagavad Gita chapter 8, 15, chapter number 15. Suppose. Dhumo Rati Tata Krishna Shanmasa Dakshinayana Tatra Chandamasam Jyotir Yogi Prapya Nivartate. Departing on the path of smoke, night, waning fortnight, the southern course of the sun, the moon, and attaining Sargaloka, the Karma Yoga is written. Those who practice Karma Yoga throughout their life, leaving their body either during Uttara Dakshinayana Punyakala or Krishna Paksha, night time, or in the presence of smoke, taking the return path of the sun, they'll go to Pitraloka and they spend a good amount of time there, and then as soon as their piety is over, they'll come back. There are two possibilities. Some of them might go to Sargaloka, some of them will go to Pitraloka alone and come. So then there is one more verse, similar verse in 3rd canto, chapter 32. Overtaken with such faith, tas Shraddhaya Kranta Matihi, Pitrudeva Vratapaman, Pitruvrata and Devavrata. Those who worship Devata, they'll go to Devaloka, those who worship Pitru, they'll go to Pitraloka. Worships the Pitrus and Devatas by sacrifice. A person goes to moon or Pitraloka, Gatva Chandramasam Lokam, Chandralokam. They'll go to Chandraloka. Then what they do? Somapa, they drink Somarasa. Punareshasi, they drink Soma beverage and then fall back to earth. As long as their piety allows, they will stay there, they drink Somarasa. As long as they drink Somarasa, they feel so much energetic and powerful and beautiful and so many things. Knowledgeable. Everything comes by drinking Somarasa. They come back. Traividya mam somapaputa papa yajna rishtva sargatir prarthayante te punyamasadya surendra lokam ashrante divyan divideva bhogan. Tetam bhuktva svargalokam vishalam kshine punye martilokam vishanti evam trayi dharma manu prapanna gata gatam kama kama labante. So all of you must have studied these verses from Bhagavad Gita. So following the Trividya, Dharmartha Kama Moksha of the Vedas, they perform severe austerities and yajnas. Then they go to Sargaloka, which is in which the enjoyment is unlimited. And they Somapa, they drink the Somarasa as long as they are allowed. And then as long as their punya is over, they'll come back. After coming back, because they've already tasted heavenly happiness, again they perform Dharmartha Kama Moksha from the Vedas. Again they go to Sargaloka and then enjoy and come back. Like this will go on. Kama Kama Gatam Gatam Labte. Again and again this happens because they are desirous to go to heaven. So like that. So this is how the process of going to heaven has been indicated in the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Going to heaven or Pitraloka. Those who follow this process, they'll go. So like that. So in conclusion, there are some points about moon. Sarva Jiva Niha Prano Jivas. The moon is called life itself, supporting the life of all beings because he is the chief living being in the universe. It is only by the presence of moon all the devatas and pitrus are survived above and all human beings and animals are survived below. We are all surviving only because of moon, because he is providing food for all of us. Annam hi pranam prana. Food is the life of all living entities. Thus is called Jiva because moon is made up of immortal nectar necessary for living. All of us are able to sustain and maintain and living because we are eating food and food is coming from moon. He produces food in the mama plants for Burloka residents and as nectar for heavenly beings. For heavenly beings, he gives Somarasa. For human beings, he gives the green grasses, vegetables, fruits, and flowers. Pitrus are those who drink the hot vapor of food. Last week we discussed the story. Pitrus heat steam, Ushma Bhagahi Pitara. So this moon, as it is traveling around Earth daily it makes one round and over a period of time in 27 days, the moon travels through the 27 constellations. There are 27 constellations. In one day, it stays in one constellation. Thus, in over a period of 27 days, it passes through all the 27 constellations. So like that. And then it is also said that the moon is composed of 16 phases seen as the Supreme Lord. 16 phases means Pratipa, Dvitiya, Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami, like that, Chaturdashi, Purnima and Amavasya. Pratipa to Purnima 15 and Amavasya. In 16 ways, we can see the moon over a period of 1 month. The moon is considered to be the mind, Manomaya, because it's the present of the mind. He is considered food of all because he is Annamaya, he is giving food to everyone. He is also considered as Amrutamaya, nectar, because he is giving Somarasa to all the Devatas. And he is considered to be life. Pranamaya is providing life to everyone. Life of Devatas, Pitrus, humans, ghosts, animals, birds, and reptiles. All these people are survived by the moon only. The moon is considered to be all-pervading Sarvamaya, since it is the cause of all life. And moon is also called Manomaya because it is the present entity of the mind. So these are some of the some of the attributes of the moon. So like that. So then Bhagavatam talks about the residents of the heaven. So till now we have discussed about moon and sun. These are living in the Borloka. These two are considered to be part of Borloka. And till now onwards, whatever we discuss, they are all part of Swargaloka. So any questions? Yeah, yes.
Prabhu, two things. So both sun and moon are necessary for for the universe to function. Is it like they both have equal, or they have their own? It's like they both have their own positions, which is quite how would you say, like mandatory kind of thing. It would be something like that from these descriptions, what I gather.
See,
And
everyone has something to contribute. So everyone is doing their respective contribution, and each one of their contribution is very important. If there is no sun, we can't live. If there is no moon, also we can't live. So none of them are less important. Both of them are supremely important.
okay. And another question is, so like we see one needs to have pious credits, but then we also see that these scientists, they went through there. So, and Prabhupada said they never landed in the moon. How do we put it all together? Like they had the pious credits and they went there, or those don't have, they will never land, or how how do we understand that?
You tell me. So based on what we have discussed, see, going to moon, interacting with the people in the moon, that means becoming one among them. That is the Vedic process. The modern process is the scientists are considering the moon to be like another Earth globe.
Mm-hmm.
So they're trying to explore whether some people can go there and live there. They're trying to explore is there any possibility of extracting some important some like gold, silver, metro, something like that, where they can do something. They're trying to understand. They want to explore what the moon is all about. So if we consider the moon to be like another Earth globe, so moon reciprocates accordingly. So last year, many devotees were calling me with where they have landed. Chandrayaan 3 landed on the moon South Pole. So where exactly they landed? So I was telling one shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Ye yatamam prapadyante tamstaiva bhajamihim. So Lord Krishna says, the way you approach me, I reciprocate accordingly. So just like this Krishna is Supreme Lord, the moon is also one of the great devotee of the Supreme Lord. The same sloka we can also apply to the moon. If we are approaching moon to be one of the important Devata Pitraloka, we will reciprocate with us accordingly. If we approach moon as a planet like our Earth globe, it will reciprocate accordingly only. So why not? So like that we can see.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Mataji, Rukmini Mataji.
Actually, I was also having the same question. So I was thinking that one may not have the pious credits to go to Chandra, to Moon. So, but the scientists, they are taking the other way. They are going there, but they are not able to stay there for long. Just like we saw that they were there for just for 20 minutes or so. Then they have to come back. And Prabhupada, and in the scriptures, it is mentioned that if they are even trying to go there, they will, once they leave the body, they will go in fact, in the lower planets. So, is my understanding right, Prabhuji?
See, they are trying to explore in some way. Some people want to do forcefully. Some people want to explore it in a positive way. So in any way, we don't know. We can't clearly say. For more details, we can approach them where exactly they are landing and what exactly they are doing, etc. Exact details. But in any case, see, there are different ways to go. So one way, the bona fide way. The other way, some forceful way. Like we see in the Bhagavatam, like Dhruva Maharaj is also performing tapasya. Hiranyakashipu is also performing tapasya. And 10th canto, there was a demon named as Vrukasura. He was also performing tapasya. Three of them are doing tapasya only, but there's a difference. Intention is different, purpose is different, and so many things are there. Even we have Kardama Muni also doing tapasya. So like that. So there is a destiny, there is a process to go there. Some people go in a bona fide path, some people want to go in a shortcut, some people want to go in a mixed path. So different people want to follow different things. So according to one's approach, the destiny will be reciprocated. Reciprocated. So
And Prabhuji, as Prabhupada has given the statement that no one can go to the moon. So, being in Krishna, being in the moment, we can understand this. But if any other person hears that, who is
see, the
not
same thing I'm saying. See, Prabhupada point as a devotee, as a person who is talking in terms of the personal aspects of the entire universe. If you want to go to moon to become a resident of the moon planet, the Pitraloka, you have to follow certain process. For example, all of us are practicing bhakti for what? What is that? BTG. So there is a process, there is a destiny. Same way, there is a process to go to moon. So there, the purpose is to become one of the residents among that particular loka. So Srila Prabhupada, from that point of view, if you want to forcefully go there, you cannot become one among them. So that simple. This is simple understanding.
Thank you so much.
One may go there. Superficially, one may go there and the surface periphery and come back. To become one among them, the process has been clearly indicated. Just like bhakti, the process to go to spiritual world, there is a particular sadhana known as karma yoga. Is the process to go to heavenly abodes. So one need to practice karma yoga very systematically, very properly. One can go to heaven. Jnana yoga and Ashtanga yoga are process to go to Brahman. So for everything, there's a process. We need to follow the process properly so that we can become a respectable, honorable resident of that loka. So it is like. Okay. Any other devotees have any questions?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, we have listened that moon is far away than sun, Prabhuji. Is it
Who
true,
said?
Prabhuji?
Who said?
I have listened, Prabhuji. From devotees only.
You are there in the last class?
Last Sunday, Prabhuji. Not fully attended, Prabhuji.
मंडे का क्लास में था आप?
याद नहीं प्रोजी, मतलब एग्जैक्टली कौन सा टॉपिक फिर मैं प्रोजी, ऐसे तो था प्रोजी में
couple of slokas couple of slides पहले I showed the distances between earth and moon and earth and sun.
हाँ कुछ कुछ दिखाया था प्रोजी, कुछ कुछ था,
कुछ था नहीं, आप कुछ पढ़ा नहीं, आप बाद में भूल गए, क्लास सुनना भूल गए, बस
भूल गया प्रोजी, सही बात है प्रोजी, क्षमा कीजिए
मतलब
प्रोजी।
होमवर्क नहीं किया। सो यहाँ पे देखिए, sun to earth distance is this much and moon to earth distance is this much. Who is near, who is far?
प्रोजी मून प्रोजी इज नियर।
हाँ बस हो गया, बात खत्म।
प्रोजी ये सुने हैं प्रोजी,
हाँ
शायद भागवतम में प्रभुपाद लिख रहे हैं कहीं फिर।
सी भागवतम में प्रभुपाद उस जगह पर लिख रहे हैं, उसका पर्पस अलग था। भागवतम में प्रभुपाद लिख रहे थे वो कमेंट्रीज उस समय जब चंद्रयान का बहुत माहौल चल रहा था, उस समय ट्राई टू कीप द डिवोटीज अवे फ्रॉम दैट होल माहौल। प्रभुपाद टोल्ड मेनी टाइम्स आल्सो इन दोज डेज, सो मून इज फार बिकॉज मंडे इज coming after Sunday. Sunday is coming first because Sunday is first. So moon is far because Monday coming next. The next one is what? After Monday what comes?
ट्यूसडे मंगल।
Tuesday मतलब Mars. Is Mars is next to moon? और मार्स के बाद Mercury, Wednesday. उसके बाद Jupiter, Thursday. उसके बाद Friday, Venus. उसके बाद Saturn, Saturday. So if we continue the same logic till the 7 days. All the remaining things are not fitting in that thing. And I've also told last week. So this position of sun and moon being in this particular place is not a permanent position. The moon and sun keep going Uttara and Dakshinayana. Uttara and Dakshinayana. No, currently the concept is about Uttara and Dakshinayana only. So, kahan pe picture? So maybe I'll again go back, but anyway, I'll show you this picture. ये कहाँ है? हाँ या देखो.
याद है प्रभु जी, वो ऊपर नीचे जो ध्रुव प्लेनेट से जुड़ करके वो होते
Yeah,
थे.
moon, sun goes up and down, and moon also goes up and down.
Yes,
So
yes, yes,
in that
प्रभु जी.
way, the moon being located a little above, vertically, if you see, it's not a permanent thing. It is only one day it may be above, the next day it will come below. So like that. So like that we have to take it. Okay.
Thank you प्रभु जी.
And by the way, आज कौन सा दिन?
Saturday.
वो सैटरडे नहीं. आज का वैष्णव फेस्टिवल क्या है?
भीष्माष्टमी
भीष्मा
प्रभु
अष्टमी.
हाँ. तो उसका मतलब क्या है?
अष्टमी तिथि जिस दिन भीष्म शरीर त्यागे थे ऐसे.
कृष्ण कृष्ण. आप सुबह मंदिर गए नहीं?
मैं ही भागवतम दिया था यहाँ प्रभु जी.
तो भीष्माष्टमी का मतलब क्या है? आज
जिस
का दिन
दिन प्रभु
भीष्मदेव अपना शरीर त्याग करके
जी
सूर्यदेव का उत्तरायण को गति को सहारा लेते हुए भगवत
जी
धाम चले गए.
जी
तो जैसे हम भगवत गीता में एक श्लोक पढ़ा ना, उसके पहले वाला श्लोक talks about उत्तरायण. That was called Devayana. This is called Pitruyana Devayana. Following the path of Devayana, one will go to Brahman and will not return again. The yogis of this world, the Ashtanga Yoga practitioners, so during the Uttarayana time, during the daytime, in the presence of fire, leaving their body, following the path of sun, they'll go all the way up to Swargaloka. And from there, they enter into Maharloka, then Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, then passing through 7 universal layers, they enter into Brahman or Vaikuntha if they want. That is the usual procedure which the yogis follow. Okay, Bhishmadev being a yogi, he left his body like that and following the path of sun, he went to the abode of Lord Krishna where he is there as Parthasarathi. And another an Amsha of Vasu entered into heavenly planets and he resumed his service. Dhu Vasu. So that is about today's thing. So now let us discuss about heaven. Who are there in the heaven? So as you go upward from moon to a height of 3 lakh yojanas, we come across 28 nakshatras. 27 are important nakshatras, 28 is called Abhijit. Sometimes he will be there, sometimes he is not there. He is not always there. So these 28 nakshatras, they move clockwise around Meru on the wheel of time. Kala Chakra ke saath, oh, they are actually, along with the Kala Chakra, they continuously moving in the clockwise direction around pole star. So of the 28, 27 nakshatras are the residents of the 27 daughters of Daksha, who were given in marriage to moon god. Daksha had 60 daughters, of which 27 are given in marriage to moon god. And these 27 daughters are residing in these 27 nakshatras. It's nakshatra is nothing but combination of 4 or 5 stars. The stars that we see in the night time. So you keep 3 or 4 stars together, that is called one nakshatra. And that 3 or 4 stars are belonging to one daughter of Daksha. Daksha is one of the important Prajapatis and is a big person and wealthy person. So he can give whatever he wants to his daughters. So he has given one daughter 4 or 5 nakshatras. Just like a wealthy person can have 4 or 5 bungalows. All 4 or 5 bungalows are belonging to one person. If he has 10 children, 10 sons will have 4 or 5 bungalows each. So something like that. So these are the residential quarters of one daughter of Daksha. So these are their names. Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, Mrugashira, Ardra, Punarvasu, Pushya, Ashlesha, Maga, Pura Palguni, Uttara Palguni, Asta, Chitra, Swati, Vishaka, Anuradha, Jeshta, Mula, Purashada, Uttarashada, Abhijit. Shravana, Dhanishta, Shatabisha, Purvabhadra, Uttarabhadra, and Revati. So these are the names of the 27 daughters of Daksha, who are now the 27 wives of moon god. And they are living in 27 star groups, and they are called as 27 nakshatras. The 28th one is Abhijit. He is not seen always, but whenever he is seen, he will come in between Ashada and Shravana. He will get some space between Ashada and Shravana. Other times he will be invisible. Abhijit is the last part of Ashada and the first part of Shravana. So these are the 27 plus 1 nakshatras, which are located just above the moon. So now, let us try to understand what do you mean by nakshatra. What is the technical meaning of nakshatra, all these things. So technically, these are not supposed to be called as nakshatras. They are supposed to be called as rikshas. So if you have read Ramayana, Jambavan is called in the Ramayana as Riksha Raja, the king of the bears, king of Balu. So Riksha means Balu, bear. Because the group of stars which are called as nakshatra, they appear to be all of them combined together, mapping together. They appear to be like a bear, like a Balu. And that's why these 27 group of stars are called as 27 rikshas, 27 bears, small bears, 27 balus. Technically, they are supposed to be called as riksha. Then what do you mean by nakshatra? Nakshatra means those stars that never fade, because they possess one ray and they remove the meaning of the nakshatra is nak trayate iti nakshatra, nak asmat trayate iti nakshatra. So that which delivers us from the fear of night time is called a nakshatra. So daytime we have sunlight, nighttime some days we have moonlight, but especially on the day of Amavasya, when there is no moonlight also, but still we get some light from the stars. So in Delhi, you may not be able to relate this example. If you have lived in your childhood in the villages when there was no electricity at all, even though electricity was there, but electricity is gone now. In the night time, there is no light source. You are in the field. That time, what you have is only some light coming from the stars. Even the stars also, which are emitting some light when there is no sunlight, when there is no moonlight, also they are giving some light, and they are delivering us from the fear of darkness. They are giving us some hope. Okay, now I can see at least the pathway. Vaguely, I can see. So I can go home, or I can take rest at one place. I can see whether some insects are there nearby, some snake or scorpion. So that is the meaning of nakshatra. Nak asmat trayate iti nakshatra. So basically, anything that is giving us some light in the night time is called nakshatra. So daytime we get light from sun. So other than sun, everything that is there in the outer space are called nakshatras. This is the technical name of nakshatra. That's why Lord Krishna says nakshatrana maham shashi. Of all those entities which are giving some light in the night time, I am the moon. Because among all the light of all different personalities, the light of the moon is bigger. That represents Lord's Vibhuti. So like that. So now, what are all there in this nakshatra? What are all visible to us in the night time? They are divided into 4 parts. The first part is Riksha. These are a group of stars in 27 groups, Ashwini, Bharani, Kritika, etc. They are bigger in size like Buddha, up to 400 yojanas. The first category are Riksha. There are 27 groups like Ashwini, Bharani, etc. The 27 residential quarters of 27 daughters of Daksha. And they're all put together, their size is up to 400 yojanas. The maximum size is up to 400 yojanas. It is not bigger than that. And then the second entity is Rashi. There are 12 star groups. These are bigger star groups. The previous Riksha, maybe 4 or 5 stars are there. But in Rashi, there are 20-30 stars will be there. 20-30 stars put together, they form one group. And that form appears to be like a living entity. One form, one mapping appears to be like a goat, that is called a Mesha Rashi. One appears to be like a lion, that is called Simha Rashi. One appears to be like a scorpion, that is called Vrishika Rashi. So like that, the 12 Rashis, 12 star groups gets 12 names. These are second category of entities in the outer space. First category, second category. The third category are the remaining tarakas, all other small stars whose size varies from half yojana to 100 yojanas, and like that. These are the heavenly abodes of the heavenly beings. The Bhuvarloka and Swargaloka residents, where they live are called all tarakas. Tarakas are the residences. They are all nothing but the aerial mansions. Like Kardamuni created airplane, like that each taraka is a airplane. So when a person performs pious activities here, after death, they will go to heaven. Then they will be given one airplane. The airplane is filled with all the facilities and also so many attendants and everything is there. So he will be that person, he or she will be taken care very nicely in that heavenly abode, in that Taraka. As long as one's piety is there, one will enjoy there, then come back. That's why Taraka comes from the root word through. Through means to cross this. Those who do good deeds cross this world and attain these places. So like Tara also mean they are white and bright, self-illuminating. So till now, these are individual Tarakas. These are big group of Tarakas. These are medium group of Tarakas. And all these are self-luminous. All these entities are self-luminous. They are all small in size. And there's a fourth category, which are called grahas. These are bigger in size and they reflect sunlight. These are smaller in size, self-luminous. These are bigger in size and they reflect sunlight. Because they reflect sunlight, they go through the phenomena known as waxing and waning. Just like moon goes through waxing and waning, the remaining grahas also goes through waxing and waning. So other than Surya, Chandra, Mangala, Buddha, Guru, Shukra, Shani, these are all these five are going through waxing and waning. The six. Rahu, Ketu, though these two are also grahas, but since they are black in color, they don't reflect sunlight. So that's why they are not visible. But all these nine along with the sun, they are called Navagrahas. They are bigger in size, they reflect sunlight. And all these three are moving at the same speed. Riksha, Rashi, Taraka, they are all moving at the same speed. Grahas, they are not able to move at the same speed. They have some lesser speed in comparison to Rashis, Tarakshas, and Tarakas. Rashi is called Rashis, 12 Rashis put together is called as Rashi Chakra. That is also called as Kala Chakra. Upon this Kala Chakra, the 27 Rikshas and unlimited Tarakas are also embedded. So Rashi Chakra takes all of them along with it and they are keeping the same velocity. But Grahas are not able to keep the same velocity. They are moving at little lesser speed. So then, in due course of time, people are not able to spell Riksha. So instead of calling them as Riksha, they started calling as Nakshatra. So this has become Nakshatra, Rashi, Taraka, and Graha. So then Lord Krishna says, Jyotisham Ravi Ramshman. Of all the shining objects, both in day and night, and the sun. In the night time, among the shining objects, I am moon. In the day and night, among the shining objects, I am sun. That's how Lord says. So other planets shine because of the rays of the sun, with the king of all planets. Chakshuresha Savita Sakla Grahanam Raja Samasa Suramurti Rashesha Teja. Yagnaya Brahmade Samurta Kala Chakra. Kala Chakra means Rashi Chakra. And upon which the 27 nakshatras and tarakas are embedded. Selected. So this is the technical distinction among all the entities that are there in the outer space. These are some of the pictures of all these constellations and nakshatras and rashis, etc. And they have given some English names. Those who are familiar can know all these things. This is pole star, and these are all remaining things surrounding it. This is the Big Dipper, Saptarishi Mandal. This is the pole star. These are all different things. This is Virgo. This is Vega. This is Leo. Leo means Simha Rashi. This looks like a lion. This is the head of the lion. This is the tail of the lion. This is the body of the lion. These are another pictures. So like that, all the heavenly residents have their residences like aerial mansions. So these are the different references in the Bhagavatam about the aerial mansions in the heavenly abodes. Kardama Muni created for Devahuti, that is also like a Taraka. Chitraketu Maharaj was, after he becomes Vidyadhara, he was given an airplane. He was given a chariot, airplane actually. In that airplane, he was traveling for 1 lakh years. Afterwards, he was cursed by Mother Parvati to become Vrittasura. And then when Daksha was performing second sacrifice, all the devatas were going to attend it in their respective chariots or airplanes. Seeing them, Mother Sati approached Lord Shiva, saying that let us also go. So like that. And both Dhruva and his mother Suniti were traveling in the airplanes to the abode of Lord Vishnu. And when Prithu Maharaj and Archi were going back to Godhead, they were seen in the airplanes. And all the devatas, ladies especially, flying in their respective airplanes, they are saying that, see, Archi is going, following her husband. It's like that. And then in the third canto, we also see that Vaikuntha area is filled with so many vimanas, made up of gold, vaiduri, and emeralds. So like that. So all these upper planetary systems all have their residence as airplanes. Only in our place, we have fixed homes. We have multi-story buildings or individual bungalows or whatever, huts or whatever, fixed homes. But in the heavenly places, their abodes are all moving. It is like an airplane. So wherever you want, you can go in your vehicle only, in your own home only. So it is not like that when we want to travel, we take a help of airplane or a bus or train and we go and take a room and rent, etc. But for them, they go in their own home to a different place and land there. And then again from there to different place, they can go along with their home. They don't have to rent some apartment here and there. So like that. That is the condition in the heavenly abode. So like that. So this is how the location of the nakshatras is indicated. They are located just above. So like that. Then as you go above, just above the nakshatras, the 27 nakshatras, you come to Venus. Venus is located 2 lakh yojanas above the constellations. It moves like the sun, sometimes ahead of sun, sometimes behind sun. It is always favorable to all people. So Venus is favorably inclined to in that way. Generally causes rain for and removes evil influence of other planets. So Venus is favorable for all the people and all the locations. It is the abode of Shukracharya, who is the son of Bhrigu. And also, along with Shukracharya's family members, friends, and relatives, and all other descendants of Bhrigu Muni are living in the Venus. Shukragraha. Shukragraha is the abode of Bhrigu Muni primarily, and also other descendants of Bhrigu, all the Brahmanical community are residing in this particular abode. As you go 2 lakh yojanas above Shukragraha, you come to Buddha Graha, which is the abode of Buddha, who is the son of moon god. So he also moves like Venus, sometimes ahead and sometimes behind sun, generally auspicious. As and when the Mercury or Buddha goes away from Earth, he creates fearful situations such as droughts, cyclones, and continual clouds, etc. It is the abode of Buddha, the son of Soma and Tara. Though moon god had 27 wives, but he could not beget even one child through the 27 wives. But later on, he begot a son through Tara. So that son's name is Buddha, and he himself has become the in charge of one of the Navagrahas. And that since his name is Buddha, that Graha is also called as Buddha Graha. As you go above Buddha by a distance of 2 lakh yojanas, you come to Angaraka Graha, which is also called as Kuja Graha, Mangala Graha, and today we may call it as Mars. It is inauspicious, indicating grief. Parents are worried about Kuja dosha or Mangal dosha, that is because of the Kuja Graha. It is the abode of Kartikeya, the son of Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati. And Mars passes through each sign in 3 fortnights, if not traveling retrograde. So basically, this motion and all we'll discuss later on maybe. But basically, he will travel it is slower than that of sun. While sun traveling in each zodiac sign for 1 month, it travels for 1.5 months. Its speed is little lower than that of sun. And then there comes Bruhaspati. As you go above by 2 lakh yojanas, it is generally auspicious for the Brahmanas. It is abode of Bruhaspati, the son of Angira and Shraddha, and the preceptor of the Devatas. And Bruhaspati passes through each zodiac sign in 1 year. Sun takes 1 month, Mars takes 1.5 months, but Bruhaspati takes 1 year to travel through each zodiac sign. So it takes 12 years to complete all the 12 zodiac signs. So like that. Then there comes Saturn, Shaneshwara. He is situated 2 lakh yojanas above Jupiter. Always very inauspicious for the entire universe, not only for human beings, for everyone, he is very inauspicious. And it is abode of Shani, the son of sun god and Chaya. Shani, just like moon's sun, Buddha lives in Buddha planet, sun's sun, Shani lives in the Shaneshwara planet. So like this, all these grahas are the abodes of different devatas. None of them are vacant. And Shaneshwara is the abode of Shani, and he travels each zodiac sign for 2.5 years. And it takes about 30 years to cover all the 12 zodiac signs. So these are about some of their motion details, which are mentioned in text number 11 to 17. Briefly, there is a discussion about all these locations, all these planets. Then there is a discussion about Rahu and Ketu in the 24th chapter. 22nd chapter only talks about, 21, 22 talks about Sun, Moon, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn. So these are the 7 planets are discussed. Other 2 planets will be discussed in the 24th chapter. And then as you go above, the Saturn, the Saptarishi Mandal will come at a height of 1.1 million yojanas. They are always think about the well-being of all living entities, because these are the teachers of Karma Yoga for the entire universe. Bhuloka, Burloka, and Sargaloka are taught by Saptarishis. Saptarishis are the empowered and responsible teachers of teaching Karma Yoga to one and all. So while teaching Karma Yoga to all of us, they always pray for our well-being. And while doing so, they are also circumambulating around Dhruvaloka, which is the abode of Lord Vishnu, by doing 1 parikrama around Dhruvaloka every day. Every day they make 1 parikrama. So that in total, starting from the sun, Saptarishi Mandal is located at a height of 2.5 million yojanas. This much height they are located. And during the 7th Manu, the current Manu, the Saptarishis who are living in the Saptarishi Mandal. The Saptarishi Mandal is nothing but basically the 7 stars which are located very close to pole star. The 7 stars are occupied by 7 special sages who are the teachers for this Manvantara to teach us Karma Yoga. They are Kashyapa, Atri, Vashishta, Vishwamitra, Gautama, Jamadagni, and Bharadwaja. And during the first Manvantara, these were the 7 teachers. And in the upcoming 8th Manvantara, these are the 7 teachers. Galava, Deeptiman, Parashurama, Lord Parashuram, you must have heard in Ramayana Mahabharata. Ashwatthama, Mahabharat, Krupacharya, Mahabharat, Rishyashunga, Ramayan, Vyasadeva, Mahabharat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 from Mahabharat, 1 from Ramayan. Galava and Deeptiman, I don't know. They also must have been there somewhere in the Mahabharata and Ramayan. So are some other sages. So like that. These are the 7 sages will become Saptarishis for the 8th Manvantara. So you can see here. This is the pole star. This is the abodes of Saptarishis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like question mark. Even today also we can see in the sky in the night time. You can see this question mark. Saptarishi Mandal. It is in this place only currently the 7 sages are residing in the 7 stars. The next Manvantara, these 7 sages will reside. So like that. And then as you go above Saptarishi Mandal, at a height of 1.3 million yojanas, you come to Dhruvaloka, which was originally the abode of Lord Vishnu. But when Dhruva Maharaj performed severe austerities, looking for a place which is superior to that of Brahma, Lord Vishnu gave his own place to Dhruva Maharaj. And also along with the place, Dhruva also got the responsibility of maintaining the entire universe. Today, on behalf of Lord Vishnu, it is Dhruva Maharaj who is maintaining the entire universe. And he will stay in Dhruvaloka only. till the end of the day of Brahma. Before it was given to Dhruva Maharaj, it was known as Vishnupada. After it was given to Dhruva, it became known as Dhruva Loka. Being established by the Supreme Lord at the pivot of all the luminaries, planets and constellations, the pole star continuously shines, while the Saptarushi Mandal, Devatas and stars Sakamam let Dhruva Maharaj with respect in clockwise direction. So Dhruva still resides at the life source of all and remains until the end of the Kalpa. He is continuing to stay in that particular abode till the end of the current Kalpa, current day of Brahma. After that, he'll go back to the spiritual world along with the Supreme Lord. So like that is called Dhruvaloka. So here you can see some references from 4th canto, how Lord Vishnu himself is saying that, I give you that residence of mine, which is eternal, which is considered to be the pivot of the zodiac of the planet, constellation and stars. Na anyay radhishritam badra yad brajishnu druvakshiti yatra graharsha taranam jyotisham chakramahitam. I'll give you my own abode. Take it, druvakshiti. And medyam go chakravasthanchu parastad kalpa vasinam dhumo agni. So Dhruvaloka is located above Saptarushi Mandal, and above Dhruvaloka are located Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, which are meant for the residents of Kalpa Vasinam. Those who live for one Kalpa. Even Dhruvaloka is meant for those who live for one Kalpa. So, and along with him, he remains till the end of Brahma's life, Kalpa Vasinam. Charanti Dakshini Kritya Brahmanto Yasaraka. So all these heavenly abodes are revolving around the abode of Lord Vishnu, paying obeisance to. So like that. And then Tato Gantati Mastanam Sarvaloka Namaskrutam Uparistad Rishibhustam Yato Navartate Gata. So my abode is located just above the abode of Saptarishis, and having gone there, no one will return. Please go there. I have given to you my own abode. Like that, Lord Vishnu offered blessings to Dhruva Maharaj. When as a small boy, he was performing severe austerities for 6 months. So like that, we discussed about Bhumandala, about that sun, moon, constellations, Shukra, Buddha, Angaraka, Buraspati, Sheni, Saptarishi Mandal, and Dhruvaloka. This is how Varna Bodhara Vadamrulaga. But this being above is not a permanent situation. So today they may be above, and tomorrow the other things will become below, and today the Saturn is above. After few days, Saturn will be the bottommost position and the remaining will be above. So things can become ulta during the course of time. So this is not a permanent position, they being in that particular place. So like that. So that's how we have to understand. So this is how all these different things are placed. But actually, in one sense, this height is not so much. These are like almost in a plane. Because from here to here is almost 12, from here to here is 41, and here to here is only 3.8 or 4. This height is only 4, but length is only about 82. So if you want to draw to the scale, it becomes smaller only. It's not so big. Like Dhruvaloka established by the Lord, which is the pivot of all the luminaries, planet constellations, which are made to rotate constantly around it by the inconceivable force of the Lord's time energy, shines constantly. Shashwad avabhasate. Dhruva continuously shines and making everyone to rotate around him. He is the pivot of all the luminaries. So Bhumandala is stationary and Dhruva is stationary. And everything in between is constantly revolving around. This is the understanding. Bhumandala is not revolving, Bhartakanda is not revolving, and Dhruva is not revolving. But everything in between these two are revolving. All the planetary systems, all the planets in the heaven and Bhurloka is all continuously revolving around it. That is the understanding. Here you can see this is Bhumandala, this is pole star, and in between the orbits of all the planets. So this is stated in the Vayu Purana. So the details that are mentioned in the Bhagavatam and also other Puranas are all in relation to when the sun is at the end of the Dakshinayana tracks, he will be below all other planets. Then the moon moves above sun. The star belt moves above moon. Buddha will move above the star belt. Then there are Shukra, Buraspati, Sheni, Saptarishi, Dhruvaloka. The planets are situated above one another by 200,000 yojanas in order. Dakshinayana Marganto. At the end of the Dakshinayana, the position of the planets is given in the Puranas. That time sun is below. We know Makar Sankranti Kadin Sun is at the bottommost position. Starting from Makar Sankranti, the Uttarayana begins. That is known to us. So in this way, all these things are indicated. So like that. Any questions till now?
Dhruv Maharaj, planet's life is one day of Brahma or Brahma's life
Sorry, what is
or
that?
100 years of Brahma?
I did
The
not get
age
you.
of Prabhuji, I'm asking that the age of Dhruva planet is equal to one day of Brahma or 100 years of Brahma? Brahma's life or Brahma one day?
No, in the Bhagavatam it says Kalpa Vasinam. It is a day of Brahma.
But previous slide, Prabhuji, it's mentioned that Brahma's life.
Okay, see, Dhruva Loka will be there throughout the lifespan of Brahma. But currently, who are there in Dhruva Loka, they will be there throughout this day of Brahma. And afterwards, at the end of the day, when there was a pralaya, that time all of them will go back to spiritual world. So like
And
maybe
Prabhuji,
in the translation it might have been translated like that, so I put it as it is. But it is basically understood that one day of Brahma.
I've also listened this only. And Prabhuji, second thing is Saptarshi Mandal. Prabhuji, they also destroy when Brahma's night, Prabhuji.
Yes. All the
Till
14
Saptarshi
lokas,
Mandal.
all the 14 lokas are destroyed at the end of the Brahma's night. And next day morning, they are again created by Brahma. Yes, that is happening every day.
All the 14 planets till Brahma Loka, Prabhuji.
Till Brahma Loka, everything is destroyed at the end of the day of Brahma. The next day morning, again they are created.
Okay.
Okay. Any other devotees? Any questions?
Prabhuji, can you please throw light on this creation of Brahma after this Manvantara?
See, after Manvantara, the Devatas will change. All the Devatas who are ruling over the 3 planet systems now, since their tenure is over, they will all return back to Godhead. And the new people will take the responsibility. That is what happens at the end of every Manvantara. And at the end of the day of Brahma, those who are supposed to return back to spiritual world, they will return. And Brahma taking all the jivas, he enters into the body of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. So following after Brahma, the 14 lokas also enter into the Garbhodaksha Vishnu's body. The next day morning, again, the lotus appears in the navel of Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and cutting that lotus into 14 divisions, Lord Brahma creates 14 lokas with so many subdivisions within them. And then it is populated by various living entities. So like.
No, you said after the day of Brahma? After the day of Brahma?
The pralaya will take place in the evening. After the daytime is over, when it is about to be night, that time the pralaya will take place. That time the 14 lokas will be destroyed.
14 will be destroyed, and Brahma will again come again in the lotus.
See, Brahma will enter into the body of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. It takes rest for the entire night, which will last for 1000 Chaturyugas. The next day morning, again there is a lotus. In that lotus, Brahma again appears. And then Brahma divides the lotus into 14 divisions, again 14 lokas. And then he creates bodies for all the living entities. So this is a routine process. Every day it happens.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. In Prabhuji's second or third canto, Prabhuji, one teacher, Anand Gaur Sundar Prabhuji, he told that till the Swarga Loka, all the planets destroy in the night of Brahma, and above the Swarga Loka, Jana Maha Tapah Lok, they remain same, and all the Vasis of Jana Tapah Loka go to Brahma Loka, and Brahma Lok means Brahma's planet remains same, and when Brahma woke up in next morning, he created till the heavenly planet.
No, not exactly like that. See, destruction will also take place in 2 ways. In one place, there is a gross actual destruction because of the fire coming from the Burukuti of Ananta Shesha, or the opening of the third eye of 11 Rudras, the Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Swargaloka, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, they're all burning into ashes. That's how they are destroyed. But the remaining 4 lokas, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and all, following after Rama, they also enter into the body of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. They may not be, they are not physically destroyed from the sense, but they are all destroyed by submerging into Garbhodaka ocean. They voluntarily submerge into Garbhodaka ocean and they are destroyed. Other lokas, Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Sargaloka, they are burnt to, first they are burnt to ashes by fire and then they were thrown into Garbhodaka ocean. And upper 4 are directly thrown into Garbhodaka ocean without burning.
All jivas died, Prabhuji.
Everyone will die. They enter into the body of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. They take rest for one night. Next morning, they will get a new body, the fresh body, and then they perform activities.
Above 4 planet, they take new body and else.
See, personalities like Brahma and all, you can't call them as a new body. They have gone to take rest and they are getting up the same body. The residents of Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, the great personalities like Brahma, Vasishta, Pulaha, Kratu, they don't change their bodies. They will, for them, it is like taking rest in the night time again, then getting up. See, for example, you are a brahmachari, but in case of grosas, you take. So early morning, they wear formals and they take their lunchbox, go to office, they perform work. They come home in the evening and they turn off the light and sleep. Next day morning, again they get up and they go to office, come back. So when they are sleeping, they are there inside the home in a dark place and no one knows that whether they are there or not. And in the daytime, they are moving out and everyone sees them. So they are doing some activity in the office and they are meeting with the people, something like that. So for people in the upper planetary systems, it is like night. They are simply sleeping inside the body of Garbhodaksha Vishnu, that sleeping inside the bedroom, something like that, in a dark room. So like that. But for others, the residents of the lower planetary systems, Bhurloka, Bhuloka, Sargaloka and all, their gross bodies are killed. And with their subtle body, they enter into the body of Garbhodaksha Vishnu. In the next day, they will get a new gross body. They enter into the womb of a mother and they get a new body. So like that.
And Prabhuji, you have told that the demigods and these Saptarshi return to back to Godhead, Prabhuji, after Brahma's.
After every Manvantara, because they are serving the Lord for such a long time, they are all entitled to go back home back to Godhead. All the
It's
Devatas
necessary.
who are ruling now, they will go back to Godhead after the Manvantara period is over.
It's necessary, Prabhuji, or may not be.
No, that's what Acharyas are saying. Why may or may not be?
Prabhuji, Acharya Bhaktivinoda Thakur written that Bahirmukha Brahma Jivan Nahi Moras. So, matlab Brahma can also be Bahirmukh. And
If
Prabhuji,
if he is a Bahirmukha, he will not go back. But if he is a Antarmukha, why you want to stop him?
Prabhuji, I've listened in lecture, Prabhuji, in Rukmani Krishna Prabhuji lecture.
See, try to understand that is a philosophical point. Even if a person in the position of Brahma, but if he is Bahirmukha, he cannot go back to Godhead. Then what to speak of you? It is like that. It is not that Brahma is Bahirmukha, he will not go. It is a philosophical point. When it is made, you are only taking Brahma's name as an example. You are not talking about Brahma as it is. Okay?
Prabhuji.
Kindly understand that.
Prabhuji, one more last question, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I've listened that when any jiva comes into this material world, he got the position of Brahma first. Is this true, Prabhuji?
If everyone becomes Brahma, then when the universe is filled, Brahma lifespan itself is 100 years. So for 100 years, there will be only one Brahma only. First Brahma. They're not like that. Some people want to become Brahma, they'll become Brahma. Not that everyone will become Brahma. Whatever one wants to become, they'll become that. If you see, you are in Delhi. You are in Delhi?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So in Delhi, how many children are there below 10 years?
Many, Prabhuji, so many.
Huh?
Both
So
are there.
So everyone is hearing about President of India and Prime Minister of India.
Everyone is?
Every child below 10 years, they
Uh-huh.
are hearing about President of India and Prime Minister of India. They are able to see him in the TV or mobile. Yes or no?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Among them, how many want to become President of India and Prime Minister of India?
Many.
Huh?
Many.
No, not many.
Want to become Prabhuji. Maybe he will become or
Want to
not.
become means not superficially wanting to become. Really want to become and working for it. How many?
Very less.
So like that. Same way, superficially one may say that I want to become Brahma, but everyone will not become Brahma. To become Brahma also there is a qualification required. So in that way, everyone will not become Brahma. So though many might want to become President of India, but they will not become President of India. Some people may end up with becoming IAS officer. Some people may end up becoming grade 1, grade 2 officer. Like that. Same way, some becomes Indra, some become Chandra, some becomes Varuna. So according to their capacity, they become. Not necessarily everyone has to become Brahma.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Other devotees? Any other devotees? Any question? Okay. If there are no questions, we'll go ahead. So then, in the 23rd chapter, there is a discussion about Shishumara planetary systems. So basically, all the entities that are in the Bhuvarloka and Sargaloka, once in a while, when they all come together, they are in conjunction, they all appear to be like a Shishumara chakra, like a dolphin. So that is being described. So the entire Shishumara considered to be like a great mission consisting of all the luminaries, stars and planets. It appears to be like a Shishumara or dolphin. Kundali Bhuta Deyasya, Shishumara Samsthanena. It is considered an incarnation of Lord Krishna or Lord Vasudeva because the yogis contemplate upon it. So the yogis consider this to be the external form of the Supreme Lord, but not the eternal form. And they treat it as Virat Rupa because it is consisting of Bhuvarloka and Sargaloka, all the entities, all the planets, stars, nakshatras, everything is there in that. And they meditate upon it as Virat Rupa. Even the second canto, we have seen the Virat Rupa meditation. Same way, this is also some extension of the same thing. And because they see it like a dolphin jumping across the ocean, it becomes easy for them to meditate upon this Shishumara chakra. Especially a yogi in our Himalayas, as he is meditating upon, this entire Shishumara chakra appears to be like a dolphin jumping across the ocean. So when it is coming out of the ocean and jumping across, like that it appears. Even it is seen by us sometimes. We can capture through our camera also. All the luminaries, when they come together, they appear to be like this. This is like the form of a dolphin. So one side it is north, one side it is south. So like that. So they've actually traced some of the entities on the dolphin also. So like that they trace. Some describe the zodiac bell to be the form of dolphin used for worshipping Lord Vasudeva in meditation. Its head is downward and its tail is upward. See, for a yogi in Himalaya, it appears to be like this. But Bhagavatam talking in relation to universe, its head is downward, its tail is upward. Its body is coiled, it is bent to right side. Its body is balanced because 14 stars are on this side, 14 stars are on that side. Out of 28 nakshatras, 14 this side, 14 that side. It is considered as Lord Vishnu's external form, not eternal form. So then Bhagavatam 6th canto, very soon you are going to study. This Lord, his name is Lord Shishumara, appeared as the son of Dosha and Sharvari. Dosha was one of the 8 Vasus. So today Bhishma, Ashtami was there, na? Bhishma was also one of the 8 Vasus. His name was Dhyu Vasu. So one of his younger or elder brother, his name is Dosha. And he married Sharvari and they gave birth to Shishumara, the Supreme Lord's expansion. Kala. Doshasya Sharvari Putra Shishumaro Hare Kala is Hari's Kala, an expansion of Lord Hari. And it is the resting place of all the Devatas, stars and planets. So like that. So this is the Bhumandala. In relation to Bhumandala, The head of the Shishumara is downward, the tail is upward. And here is the pole star on the tail. And these are all the other tarakas. Other than the numerous tarakas, remaining all when they come together, they all appear to be like a dolphin. But for a yogi in Himalayas appears to be jumping across the ocean, as it is here. But from the universe point of view, it appears to be like head is downward, tail is upward. So how do you understand this? So here is our earth globe, within which Himalayas are here and yogi is meditating on here. But the earth globe in relation to universe is like this. This is the entire Bhumandala connected to Bhumandala. This is the earth globe. And when someone is in Himalayas, so you will meditate like this. And this is the dolphin, head is downward, tail is up. So head is downward, tail is upward. So on the top of the tail is Dhruva Loka, the abode of Dhruva Maharaj. On the body of the tail, the abodes of Prajapati, Daksha, Agni, Indra and Dharma are located. Dharma personified is located in the tail of the Shishumara. At the base of the tail, where the tail is connected to the body of the Shishumara, Data and Vidata are residing. Of the 12 Adityas, Data and Vidata were also the Adityas, 2 Adityas. They are residing in this tail portion. And below that on the hips, Saptarushi Mandal is there. On the genitals, Saturn. And the back of its neck, Jupiter. At the mouth place, Mars. Within the life hairs, Mercury. And life hairs means we can say nostril, Mercury. And on its navel, Venus. On the right side of the coiled body, 14 nakshatras from Abhijit to Punarvasu. On the left side of the coiled body, 14 nakshatras, Pusha to Uttarashada. On the back of Shishumara, we have Ajaviti stars. On its abdomen, we have Akasha Ganga. Throughout the abdomen, the backbone area, we have the Akasha Ganga, which is coming from the Dhruva to Mount Meru, downward. Within the mind, the moon is there. On the chest, sun is there. In the heart, Narayana, Paramatma is there. On the 2 breasts, we have 2 Ashwini Kumaras. In the neck, we have Rahu. On the upper chin, we have Agasti. On the lower chin, there is an abode of Yamaraj. Yamaraj also has an abode in Borloka. That abode is located in the lower chin of the Shishumara. All over its body, we have comets. Ketavaha Sarvangeshu. And all over the skin pores of the Shishumara, we have stars. Romashu, Taragana. So like that, all these different entities are located in different parts of Shishumara. Top of the tail, middle of the tail, base of the tail, and the hips, genitals, and other parts of the body, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, Venus, and both the sides, at the area of both the ribs, we have 28 nakshatras. Then mind and heart, Ashwini Kumaras, and then Rahu and Yamaraj. So there are all different personalities are located in different places of the Shishumara, and they are there. So those things which are not mentioned in the previous 2 chapters are also mentioned in this chapter, like the abode of Indra. We always say na Amaravati, Amaravati. The abode of Indra is located just below Dhruva and just above Saptarushi Mandal. So like that. And Ashwini Kumaras are residing here. So then Bhagavatam also says that where are these 28 nakshatras are located? 14 this side, 14 this side. Their respective places also mentioned in one of the shloka. And then as you go above Dhruva, passing through Dhruva, as you go upward, we come to Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. In the last verses per part, quoting Vishnu Purana, Srila Prabhupada talks about these 4 lokas, at what height they are located. 5th canto itself does not talk about so much about these 4 lokas, but basically these 4 lokas are the abodes of great sages and great personalities are all residing in these 4 lokas. So like Siddhas and Rishis in large number reside in Maharloka. And those people who practice Vanaprastha duties very systematically, after death, they are promoted to Maharloka. Janaloka is also abode of great sages and Sishis. Their leader is Bhrigu. Bhrigu stays in Janaloka. And other sons of Lord Brahma also stays in Janaloka. Similarly, Tapaloka is also the abode of great sages and Rishis. And the leaders of Tapaloka are 4 Kumaras. And also, one of the 11 Rudras stays in the Tapaloka. We have seen one of the 11 Rudras in Ilavrita Varsha, one in Greater Himalayas, the third one is Tapaloka. And then Satyaloka is the abode of Lord Brahma. He lives along with his associates, who are the Vedas personified and great sages. They are also residing. The Vedas personified people are residing in Satyaloka. So this information we get it from the commentary, from quoting from Vishnu Purana. That means Vishnu Purana talks about all these places very elaborately. For those who are interested, can read Vishnu Purana about these places. And some references from Bhagavatam itself about these 4 lokas from various places we have put it here. This is from 2nd canto, 2nd chapter, text number 25. When the yogi is passing through all the lokas while going towards Brahman, when they come to Maharloka, what happens is mentioned here. Surpassing the navel of Lord Vishnu, the area of Svarga, with his very subtle, pure body, the yogi alone arrives at the worshipable Maharloka, in which the Brahmavadi sages, Brahmavida means the Brahmavadi sages, who live for a kalpa, enjoy. So the Brahmavadis who practice Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, even from their mortal body, they enter into Maharloka. There they can stay there for one entire day of Brahma. Afterwards, they can attain Sahajya Mukti. But some people stay in Maharloka only one entire kalpa, or sometimes they spend there, then they go to Janaloka. They stay there sometime, and then they go to Tapaloka. There also they stay for some time, and from there they go to Satyaloka. So this is the 25th verse. They come to Maharloka. In 26th verse, there is a mention about going through Janaloka and Tapaloka, and then finally they come to Satyaloka. That is 27th verse. So when they come to Satyaloka, what they see? In Brahmaloka or in Satyaloka, there is no lamentation, there is no old age, there is no death, there is no suffering or fear, except compassion for the suffering people in this Bhuloka. The Loka itself is completely pure, peaceful, but the people have a little bit compassion by looking at us. As Lord Brahma offers his prayers in 3rd canto, 9th chapter. Shutrut Vidatu Birimamur Ardemana Shitoshnavata Varashe Ritaretaracha Kamagninachuta Rusho Sadurbarena Sampashato Manarukrama Sidatime. Brahmaji is saying that by looking at all these people who are suffering by Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika Kleshas, my heart is paining. So this is the pain which they experience in Brahmaloka. Otherwise, the Loka in itself does not offer any difficulties. They are ever youthful and completely healthy and happy in that Loka. So who are all living in the Satyaloka along with Brahma? This is a sloka from 821.2. When Lord Vamana became Trivikrama, as he lived with 1 feet, he occupied the entire Bhumandala. With 2nd feet, he is occupying the Bhorloka, Svargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. Then as his feet is increasing, he is touching the universal shell. Lord Brahma and all the other residents of Satyaloka, they are offering their obeisances to Lord Trivikrama's lotus feet. So who are all offering? That is mentioned here. The personified Vedas, Veda, Upaveda, Niyama, Emanvitas, Tarketi Asanga Purana Samhita. The personified forms of the Vedas, Upavedas, Nyayashastras, Itihasas, Vedangas, Puranas, Samhitas, Yamas, Niyamas, and then Echa Pare Yoga Samira Deepita Jnanagnina Randita Karma Kalmasha. The perfected Jnanis and Yogis who had attained Brahmaloka by mixed bhakti all offered respects to Lord Trivikrama. That means Yoga Samira Deepita Jnanagna Randita Karma Kalmasha means those Jnanis and Yogis who by practicing of Nishkama Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Understanding Yoga, burning their karmas, they are on the path to Brahman. And now they have come to Satyaloka. Now they are currently residing in Satyaloka. They can, if they want, they can go to Brahman today itself, or they can go after 1-2 years, after 1-200 years. It is up to them. It's like that. So this is how the 4 upper lokas have been kind of hinted here and there. There could be many more references, but I just put a couple of references only. So then, from Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, as we understand, there are different sadhanas. If the Grihasthas practice their Grihastha Dharma properly, they are offered entry into Sargaloka. By default, by executing Nishkama Karma Yoga, one is allowed to enter into Sarga according to their piety. By practicing Naistika Brahmacharya, one is allowed to enter into Brahmaloka. This is mentioned in 7th canto. By practicing Vanapasa duty seriously, one is allowed to enter into Maharloka. And by practicing Jnana Sannyasi, basically, after Nishkama Karma Yoga, the Grasta taking on to Vanaprastha and Sannyas order, if the one practices Jnana Yoga and Ashtanga Yoga very seriously, they will attain Sahajya Mukti. So they have two options. Either they directly enter into Sahajya Brahman, that is called direct Mukti, or they can pass through all these lokas like Dhruvaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, and passing through 7 universal layers, then enter into Brahman. That is like called as Karma Mukti. And they follow the path of light. Following the path of light, giving up their body by raising their prana from Muladhara Chakra to Ajna Chakra, PS to Brahmalanda, they enter into sun. As sun going toward the Dhruvaloka during Uttarayana, along the sun they go all the way up to the top of Sargaloka. Then giving up Sargaloka, giving up sun, they enter into Dhruvaloka, then from there Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, then slowly they enter into Brahman. That is called Karma Mukti. That is also called Path of Light. That 8th chapter 14th shloka from Bhagavad Gita. And the path of darkness, there is the 15th shloka, which we have read some time back. So these people practice either Nishkama Karma or Sakama Karma, Nishkama Karma Yoga or Sakama Karma. If they have no aspiration to practice Jnana and all, they are qualified to go to Sargaloka by the path of darkness, which is called Pitruyana. They either go to Pitruloka or Sargaloka. After their piety is over, they again return to Bharatavarsha. So this is how the different lokas on the upper part of the universe are indicated. And what is the process to go to all these different places is also indicated. And who will go, how long they will go there, how long they will stay there also we have briefly entered. So this is the universe, entire universe. The lower half is occupied by Garbhodaka ocean. The upper half is occupied by these different entities. Here you can see them, their names. Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. Satyaloka is the abode of Lord Brahma. Here we have pole star, Saptarishi Mandal, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, Venus, Moon, Rahu, Ketu, Sun, and Bhumandala. So like this, all these different lokas have been
Vedic cosmology explains that the universe is made up of 14 vertically arranged planetary systems, or lokas. Each system resembles a galaxy and comprises stars, planets, and other celestial bodies. The topmost planetary system is Satyaloka, the abode of Brahma, which is at a height of 1.87 billion miles above Earth. Below this Satyaloka planetary system is the Tapaloka planetary system, the abode of the ascetics, which is at a height of nearly 1 billion miles above the Earth. Here the ascetics live in a solitary, serene environment conducive for yoga and meditation on transcendence. Their disciplined life of joyous austerity prepares them for returning back to the non-material world. As we move down from Tapaloka, we pass through Maharloka and Janaloka until we reach the Svargaloka planetary system, also known as heaven. Vedic.
So it is about all these different lokas in these different places. So any questions till now? Yes, Mataji.
So Goloka is above Satyaloka. So that means it's above the universe, or
It is outside the universe, yes. It is much far from the universe.
okay, so it is something like it is on top and there are many universes floating, and then it's really on somewhere
Yes.
on top.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Other devotees, any questions? Yes, Prabhu.
So, Prabhuji, when we hear that somebody has gone to Vaikuntha in the material world, is that the pole star?
Yeah. One Vaikuntha is there above pole star. One Vaikuntha is also there above Loka mountain. There are two such Vaikunthas, and there is a third Vaikuntha also within the universe, about which we will discuss in some time. We will discuss about that.
Okay.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Durvasa Muni went to Prabhuji
We will
Vaikuntha
discuss.
Loka.
We will
Within
discuss.
this.
We will discuss.
Okay, Prabhuji. And please discuss about Kshir Sagar also, Prabhuji, in which one.
Kshir Sagar is here only in Dhruva Loka. Here in this pole star, which is now we are calling as Dhruva Loka, which was given to Dhruva Maharaj. Inside that Loka only there is Kshir Sagara. In the middle of that Kshir Sagara, there is an island known as Shvatadipa. In that Shvatadipa, Shurudaksha Vishnu is residing.
Okay, there only, Prabhuji, this Devasur have happened.
Huh?
On the bank of Kshir Sagar, Prabhuji, Devasur Sangram happened.
Not Sangram, churning of the milk ocean. That happened not here. That happened in the Bhumandala only. In the Bhumandala, we had 7 oceans. The 5th ocean was the Kshir Sagar. That 5th ocean, the place where they churned the milk ocean. After that, they fought.
Acha. Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. Other devotees, any questions? Yes, Mataji.
So, Prabhuji, as you mentioned that Kshir Sagar is in Dhruva Loka. So, is that, can we say that, Dhruva Maharaj can have constant darshans of the Kshirodakshay Vishnu, or maybe I'm reaching too far?
Yeah, if you want, you can have constant darshan of the Lord. Just like you have a big home, but in that big home, in one hall, you have the altar. In the altar, your deities are there. So out of 24 hours, how many hours you see the altar deities?
Got it, Prabhuji. Got it.
So, I mean, there is a possibility whenever you want, you can see. But you may not be seeing every time.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Other devotees, anyone? Okay. If there are no questions, we'll have a small break now, and then we'll resume our discussion after a few minutes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Devotees are there. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So we'll go ahead with our discussion. So thus we have seen about Sun, Moon, Venus, Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Saptarushi Mandal, Amravati, Dhruvaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, etc. All these abodes which are in the upper part of the sun have been indicated. And then at this point of time, though fifth canto does not talk about it, but at various places in the Bhagavatam we see about one abode of Lord Vishnu, which is known as Vaikuntha, which is located just above Brahma's abode. So here is Satyaloka, here is the universal shell. So in between this area, somewhere here in the middle, we have one abode of Lord Vishnu.
Vedic.
So Vaikuntha Loka, located in the free space above Satyaloka and below universal shell. So the universal shell begins 16 million yojanas above Satyaloka, and in this free space there is a Maha Vaikuntha, which was created by Lord Vaikuntha to please Goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune. So Lord Vaikuntha is the son of Shubhra and Vaikuntha. And this Vaikuntha has been described in 3rd canto, chapter 15 and 16. So that Vaikuntha that has been created or manifested by the son of Shubhra and Vaikuntha, whose name is Vaikuntha, for the pleasure of his wife, the goddess of fortune, Mother Lakshmi. He manifested one Vaikuntha there. The details of that Vaikuntha are clearly mentioned in 3rd canto, chapter 15 and 16. And also, this place has been indicated in 2nd canto, 5th chapter, while discussing about the 14 lokas as part of the universal form. Burloka Kalpita Padhyam, Bhuvar Lokasya Nabita. The Bhuloka, and also consisting of 7 lower planetary systems, are considered the 2 lotus feet of the entire, the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. Starting with the soles of the feet to the hips, hip joint, is called as Bhuloka, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Satal, Patala, etc. And navel portion is Bhurloka. Hruda Svarloka, heart portion is Svargaloka. Urasa Maharloka. The chest portion is Maharloka. Griviam Janaloka. The neck portion is Janaloka. Tapaloka Stanadvayam. The mouth, the 2 lips where they are there, that is the location of Tapaloka. Murdhabi Satyaloka. The forehead is Satyaloka, abode of Lord Brahma. 2. But Brahmaloka Sanatana. But above this Murdhabi and above the head of the universal form in the open space is the abode of Brahmaloka. This Brahmaloka is not the abode of Lord Brahma's Loka, but it is the abode of Parabrahman, the supreme absolute truth. It is called Vaikuntha and it is eternal. So like the same thing is supported in Lagu Bhagavatamrita. Maha Vaikuntha Lokasya Vyapakasya Ve Atmana Prakatikaranam Satya Upari Kalpanam Uchate. Satya Upari, above Satya Loka. Prakatikaranam, manifested by Lord Vishnu himself. And it is called as Maha Vaikuntha Loka. And it is Avyaya, inexhaustible, Sanatana. So like that. So this is Satya Loka, which is abode of Brahma. And this is the universal shell. And here is the abode of Lord Vishnu, Maha Vaikuntha, which is talked about elaborately in the 3rd canto, 15th chapter, where the 4 Kumaras were going to have darshan of Lord Vishnu. So who were trying to have darshan of Lord Vishnu, they're entering in. Jai Vijaya stopped them. Then eventually Lord Vishnu came and gave it darshan to 4 Kumaras. That all happened in this Vaikuntha, which is above Satyaloka. It is further described in 2nd canto, 9th chapter, text number 9 to 13. Wherein Brahma performed severe austerities and Brahma was given darshan of Vaikuntha, and then eventually Lord Vishnu also appeared, and Lord Vishnu touched Brahma's hands and Lord Vishnu spoke Chatushloki Bhagavatam to Brahma. That is all happening in this, from this Maha Vaikuntha. And then Durvasa Muni also entered into this Vaikuntha for the protection from Sudarshan Chakra, where he saw Lord Srinivasa along with Mother Lakshmi. Vaikuntakya medadaste Srinivasa Shreyasaha. And then Bhrugumuni also entered into the same Vaikunta to test Lord Vishnu after testing Brahma and Shiva. Ato Jagama Vaikuntam Yatra Devo Janardana. So like that. So this was the darshan given to Brahma. This is the complete Vaikunta darshan. This is Durvasa Muni was trying to meddle with Ambarish Maharaj. Sudarshan Chakra chasing after him. He went to Vaikunta for protection. Lord Vishnu, Srinivasa and Lakshmi are seen by him. Bhrugumuni went to Vaikunta to test Lord Vishnu. Mother Lakshmi feeling offended and came down to Kolhapur to perform offense. That my husband was kicked on the chest, but I was standing there, could not do anything. I am also part to that offense. So she came down and performing austeries to atone for offense in Kolhapur. Searching after her, Lord Vishnu came down to Tirumala Hills. Currently is staying there as Tirumala Balaji or Srinivasa. So like that. So this was the picture from Bhugola Varnam. In this picture you can see. So this is like Bhulok Bhumandala. Vishumar band is like Borloka, Sarkaloka. This is Dhruva Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. This is Mahavaikuntha. This building shows that Mahavaikuntha. So in that way, there are three Vaikunthas within our universe. One is this Mahavaikuntha above Satyaloka, one is in Dhruva, one is above Lokaloka mountain. Just above the Lokaloka mountain also we have one Vaikuntha. Lord Hari is in there. And above, after this Mahavaikuntha, as you go upward, you pass through the 7 universal layers. They are made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether, Ahankara and Mahatattva. Each layer is 10 times wider than the previous layer. Some say there are 8 layers, including Pradhana, and some say there are 10 layers, dividing Pradhana into 3 divisions. Layer made up of Tamoguna, Rajoguna, and Sattva. So like this. So the 8 layer concept comes in 326.52. Third and 26 chapter talks about the 8th layer. The universal globe is surrounded by layers of elements such as water, each 10 times thicker than the previous layer, covered by a layer of Prakriti on the outside. Within the universe are the variety of planets which are Lord's form. Basically, covered by a layer of Prakriti outside. The Prakriti layer is considered to be the 8th layer. Pradhanena avurter bahi. The avruta of Pradhana is called 8th layer. And within Pradhana, three modes are there, and they can be further considered 3 layers. So 7 plus 3, 10 layers. The same thing we can see from these Purusha Sukta prayers. From this, 2 verses from Bhagavatam, 2nd canto, 5th chapter, 6th chapter, and 2 verses from Purusha Sukta prayers. So one line is equal to each. Sabhumim sarvata sprushta aditishta dashangulam. So basically, Bhagavatam, it says that it was Mahavishnu, after creating unlimited universes, expands himself as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, enters into each and every universe, and therein he takes rest in Garbhodaka ocean. He stays there for the entire lifespan of Brahma. Then he comes out of the universe and enters back into the body of Karnodakshaya Vishnu, and he remains there as Karnodakshaya Vishnu, as Sahasra Shirsha Purusha. So now, the distance between Karnodakshaya Vishnu and Garbhodakshaya Vishnu is 10 inches. Adyatishta Dashangulam. The 10 inches is the distance between Karnodakshaya Vishnu and Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. 10 inches refers to 10 universal layers. Because Karnodakshaya Vishnu is outside the universe, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu inside the universe. Between both of them is only 10 layers. They are called as 10 inches. So Karnodakshaya Vishnu is here, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu here. Between them we have 10 universal layers only. And they are compared to 10 inches. These are all 10 inches. So our universe itself is having a diameter of 500 million yojanas. The first layer made up of earth, it itself has a thickness of 500 on either side. Second layer is water layer, which is 10 times thicker than the previous layer, which is about 5,000 million yojanas. The next one is fire layer, which is about 50,000 million yojanas. The next one is air, 500,000 million yojanas. Like that, 10 increases. You can see here. So Brahmanda's inner diameter is 500, Earth layer on both the sides 500 plus 500 is 1000. Water layer on both the sides 5000, 5000 is 10,000. Fire layer on both the sides 50,000, 50,000, 100,000. So like that. The 7th layer is Mahatattva layer. 8th layer is Tamas. 9th is Rajas. 10th is Sattva. So adding all these layers put together, the total diameter of the width, the total width of the universe is this much. 1.111 into 10 to the power of 12 million Yojanas. Even if we may want to make it round figure, 10 to the power of 12 into 10 to the power of 6. Million means 10 to the power of 6. 10 to the power of 18 Yojanas is the total diameter of the universe. And this entire universe is floating in the Karana ocean like a empty ball. So like that. So like that, millions of universes are floating in the Karana ocean. The entire area, all the universe are there. That is called Pradhana. So basically, so this is Karnadak ocean. Here in the middle, Karnadaksha Vishnu is there. So here Karnadaksha Vishnu is here. And around Karnadaksha Vishnu, we have so many universes, small universes like this. They are all floating in the Karna ocean. And covering all of them is Pradhana. The Pradhana layer is covering all of them. That is the Pradhana layer. And above Pradhana, we have Brahman. Just to come out of Pradhana, they come out of the 8th layer or 7, 8, 9, 10 layers, we have Brahman. So this is all Brahman. And Brahman is the abode of Sadashiva. Sadashiva resides in Brahman. And then passing through Maha Jyoti, when you go above, you come to Vaikuntha Lokas. Unlimited Vaikuntha Lokas are located here. All the Vaikuntha avatars are located in this Vaikuntha Loka. And passing through that Vaikuntha Lokas, if you go further, you come to Ayodhya. And then you come to Dwaraka, Madura. In the top, you have Goloka. So like that, gradually as you go up, you have all these spiritual lokas. So that's how we have to see. If this is Karana ocean, and the Karana ocean, we have Mahavishnu and also universal floating. So they are all floating down. Lower half is filled with Karana ocean. Upper half we have Pradhana layer. And above Pradhana we have Brahman. Above Brahman we have Vaikuntha Lokas. Above Vaikuntha Lokas we have Ayodhya, Dwaraka, Madura, and Vrindavan. So like that. So in this way, all these upper lokas have been indicated one above the other. Till now we have seen all these things. If everything is drawn to a scale, this is our universe. The lower half is filled with Garbhodaka ocean, and this is the Lokaloka mountain. And here is our Dhruva Loka. The first ring is Dhruva Loka. Second one is Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. Above Satyaloka we have Mahavaikuntha. But in this small area between the Lokaloka mountain and Dhruva Loka, if you magnify, it appears to be like this. This is Lokaloka mountain in height. This is where Dhruva Loka is there. In this we have Saptarishi Mandal, Shani, Shatan, Shani, Guru, and Mangala, Buddha, Shukra, Rakshatras, Moon, Sun, and the Bhumandala. Inside the Bhumandala, we have 7 lower planetary systems, and here we also have Rahu Ketu, about which we are going to study very soon. But this is how all these different abodes are located, one above the other, within our limits. Okay. So this is all about the upper planetary systems which are located where, etc. etc. So in between, one Mataji raised her hand. Yes, Mataji, what is your question? Yeah, yes. Priya Mataji and Amarendra Prabhu.
प्रभु जी, ये लोकालोक माउंटेन जो दिख रहा है, इसके अंडर में प्रभु जी ये सन प्लेनेट है, तो सन प्लेनेट का जो रोशनी है ये लोकालोक के अंदर ही रहता है. इसके ऊपर के बारे में प्रभु जी क्या कहना है, ये तपालोक, सत्यलोक, इसमें सन प्लेनेट
For them there is no need of sunlight. Those lokas are all self-luminous, and the entire day of Brahma is their daytime. They don't have like 12 hours day, 12 hours, that kind of thing is not there. The entire day for 1000 Chaturyugas is their daytime.
upper the Dhruva Loka, प्रभु जी, above Dhruva Loka.
Yeah, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, all these 4 lokas, their daytime is equal to the day of Brahma, 1000 Chaturyugas. Okay. Other devotees, any questions?
Prabhuji, one more question can I ask?
Yes, bro.
Prabhuji, in the Krishna Bhagavatam 10th canto, last chapter, Prabhuji, where Krishna brought Arjuna at the planet of Mahavishnu or Karanodaka Sai Vishnu, he want to have darshan of Lord Krishna, Prabhuji. That's why he stole the Brahmana's son. तो वहां पर
Yes.
जो उसका वर्णन है अष्टभुज में वो होते हैं, उनसे शरीर से रोशनी निकल रही होती है, वो लेटे तो नहीं रहते हैं वहां पे प्रभु जी, और बातचीत भी करते हैं वो.
It depends. Even in your room also, you might be sleeping. When somebody comes to meet you, you will sleep or you will get up.
जी गेटअप प्रभु जी, तो उस दौरान भी वो सांस छोड़ते रहते हैं, तो ब्रह्मांड उत्पन्न करते रहते हैं और लेते रहते हैं.
Not like that. Every Shwasa will not produce the universe. When the time of the creation, even Mahavishnu's breathing itself will last for that long. If you have done some pranayama, there is a concept of Puraka, Kumbhaka, Rechaka. Puraka means breathing in. And Kumbhaka means holding it. And Rechaka means breathing out. You breathe out, hold, and then breathe in. So Mahavishnu breathed out, and he will hold the breath for 100 Brahma's years. And then he breathes in. So like that, Mahavishnu's breathing is that long.
Okay.
So it's like that.
We are comparison with our.
One breathing time of Mahavishnu is one Brahma's lifespan. So in that way. Yes. Antarmai. Yeah, Balram Prabhu.
Prabhuji, just wanted to reconfirm this planets like Guru, Mangal, all they also are moving up and down like sun and moon, right?
Yeah. On a daily basis, they are moving around, and yearly basis, they are moving up and down.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
So other devotees have any question? Hare Krishna.
जी, may I ask one more question, जी?
हाँ.
अभी तक जैसे कोई वैदिक स्क्रिप्चर्स में जैसे जो भी हमने सुना था बैकुंठ गए थे, तो सबका आपने बताया भौतिक जगत के.
You are muting, unmuting, muting, unmuting. You keep it in one step, bro.
जी, I'm asking कि कोई भी बाहर जैसे बैकुंठ जगह जो आपने बताया, जो ब्रह्म ज्योति के उस पार है, वहां पर कोई नहीं गया है, सब इसी के अंदर वाले में ही जाते हैं बैकुंठ प्लेनेट में.
यस यस यस. अभी तक जो भी पास्ट टाइम जो भी लीला हुआ, वो सब हमारा ब्रह्मांड के अंदर ही हुआ. हाँ. यस, रुक्मिणी माता जी.
Prabhuji, above Bhumandal, we are here, and all these planets affect us. Can you please tell it a little bit, just 1 or 2 points, like how these planets affect us? Like we have what? Does they really affect? Or...
It is not that planets are affecting us. See, for example, all of you householders have kids. When children make mistake, the parents observe. So one time they forgive, second time they forgive, third time when they make mistake, they will chastise them. Sometimes they beat them. So externally looking, one may think that okay, the parents are chastising or beating for the current mistake, but it's not necessarily for the current mistake, because parents are observing them from last 1 week, 10 days. So many mistakes they have done, and all put together, now they are getting the result. Something like that. The Devatas are like supervising all our activities, and they will make sure that what we are supposed to get for what we have done, and they will give us. They are only intermediate via medium only. So in that way, and some of them are in a favorable way, some of them are very harshly they behave with us. Like among the mother and father, mother will reciprocate with us lovingly, and she will mildly chastise, and sometimes father will be very strong and father will chastise heavily. So something like that. So in that way, our karma will come back to us through the via medium of these devatas. So in that.
Thank you, Ji. And Prabhuji, when we talk about the sky, there is one material sky we are talking about, and one is spiritual sky. There is unlimited eternal spiritual sky, right? So sometimes we hear that our material sky is 1/4 of the spiritual sky. But I heard in one of the lecture, so they were saying that if the spiritual sky is unlimited, so how we can calculate that material sky is also 1/3 of the 1/4 of the spiritual sky is also unlimited. So is it the true statement, or how to understand?
In Sanskrit, there is an understanding. If you are Hindi or any other vernacular language, you must have studied grammar in your school. We have Ekavachan, Dvivachan. Ekavachan means singular. Dvivachan means plural, indicating two. And after Dvivachan, what is the next one?
Bahuvachan.
But after two, there should be three. There should be three Vachan or Chaturthi Vachan, Panchama Vachan. Why 3 and 4 are not there? So in Sanskrit, 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 means it can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 5, it can be 10, it can be 100, it can be 1000, it can be 1 lakh, it can be 1 crore, it can be 1 crore, anything. About 2 is 3. 3 means Bahuvachan. So that's why in Sanskrit, many times they may say some word if it is so important 3 times. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama. So if something is said 3 times means not exactly 3 times. 3 is equal to 1 crore times also. So instead, because they cannot write 1 crore times in Sanskrit, they write 3 times. So when you say Ekapad Vibhuti, Tripad Vibhuti, Ekapad means 1, 3 means unlimited. So like that is the understanding in Sanskrit.
And Prabhuji, I have one chat with me, and it shows like about the material world. Then people start there is a Karantakshaya Vishnu. So is this right or no?
I could not follow what you are saying. Your voice was breaking.
Okay. So I have one chart with me, Prabhuji. It's showing that we talk about the material world, and we talked like there are three Vaikuntha. Above there is a Shir Sagar, and there is a Karandakshay Vishnu. So I'm just confused. Is this chart correct? But I'm saying is correct, Prabhuji?
See, there are different people make different charts. Some of them are geometrically shown, some of them are conceptually made, some of them are philosophically made. So geometrically, if you see, this is how the arrangement of all the abodes within our universe. You see in this picture, this is not exactly scale, but somewhat resembling to the geometric understanding. So even in this picture also, we have shown 3 Vaikunthas. One Vaikuntha is above Satyaloka, one Vaikuntha is in Dhruvaloka, and one Vaikuntha is above Lokaloka mountain. This is within our universe only. But outside our universe, there are unlimited spiritual worlds which are eternal, the Paravyoma. So these are all Paravyoma spiritual worlds. So like that.
Will we talk about that also, Prabhuji?
No, we are not discussing about all these things. 5th canto is only limited to this one. But there, what you will discuss? Even Brahmaji says, I don't know what is about the outside universe. So who are we to discuss? 2nd canto he says, we don't know anything about outside the universe. So like that. Okay. Any other devotees? If there are no questions, we'll go ahead. Continuing from chapter 24. So till now we have seen the Bhuloka elaborately, then Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka very briefly. And now we will see Bhuvarloka. In the 24th chapter, first 6 verses talks about Bhuvarloka. Who are all the people who are living in the Bhuvarloka. Bhuvarloka is also called Antariksha, that means outer space. For us, when we look into the sky above our head, this entire area is called Bhuvarloka. Whatever stars we see in this area, they are all part of Bhuvarloka. In circular way, these are all part of Bhuvarloka. And this is north. For me here, this is north. And this entire sky, what I see in the sky, this is all part of Sargaloka. So this sky is part of Sargaloka, above my head is part of Bhurloka. And this side, which is south side, is Bhumandala. So like that. So Bhuvarloka is the sky between Sargaloka and Bhuloka. Dyav aprithiviyor antarena nabo valayasya. Te antarena antariksham tad ubaya sannidhav. It is called antariksha and it is joining both Bhuloka and Sargaloka. And the width of the antariksha is 2 lakh yojanas and joining them. It is a place of enjoyment for the Yakshas, Rakshasas, Bhutapreta, Pishashas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, Gandharvas, etc. Antariksha extends downward as far as the wind blows and clouds float in the sky. Yavad Vayu Pravati, Yavad Mega Upalabhyante. This we will discuss after some time. What it means. So now, who are all staying in the Antariksha? Who are all staying in this Bhurloka? So with respect to sun, as you go downward, 10,000 yojanas below the sun, not exactly below sun, but below the rays of the sun that are coming to Bharatavarsha or Bharatakanda, is the abode of Rahu. Rahu stays there. He moves like one of the stars. Rahu is the son of Simika, the most abominable Asura. So Simika married Viprachitti and they gave birth to Rahu, 1 Rahu and 100 Ketus. They are total 101 brothers, all step brothers. Eldest one was Rahu and the remaining all Ketus. Brahma made Rahu and 100 Ketus as the 2 rulers of the 2 planets. So Rahu became the head of Rahu planet and 100 Ketus became the head of, actually not 100 Ketus, the eldest of the 100 Ketus became the head of Ketu planet and the remaining 19 Ketus are also staying along with him in that planet. They become inimical towards both sun and moon because during Samudramanthan episode, okay, not here, pictures are not there. So when the Devatas were given nectar by Mohini Murti, bewildering Asuras, so Devatas are getting served nectar. So Rahu, according to Bhagavatam, only Rahu, but according to Vishnu Purana, both Rahu and Ketu, understanding that the Mohini Murti is only going to serve the nectar to Devatas, she is not going to serve Asuras. So they took the form of Devatas and they came and sat in between moon and sun. So first, moon was given nectar. After moon, the Ketu was given nectar. Ketu swallowed it. After Ketu, Rahu was given nectar. The nectar was still in the mouth of Rahu. He was about to swallow. In the meantime, the moon and sun who were sitting on either side identified these two are Asuras and informed Mohini Murti. And Mohini Murti immediately invoked Sudarshan Chakra and cut off their necks. Since Ketu swallowed the nectar already, the nectar went into his body. His body remained intact, alive. The head was burnt to ashes. Since the nectar was still in the mouth of Rahu, Rahu's head was intact. Rahu's body was burnt to ashes. So here 2 personalities. One person is without head, other person is without body. So what to do? Lord Brahma requested some of the sages to do something. The sages saw one snake around and they cut the snake into 2 parts. They joined snake head to Ketu and snake's body to Rahu. So now Rahu will be looking like human with a person with a human head and snake's body, and Ketu will have human body and snake head. So thus these 2 became alive afterwards. Since they drank nectar, they have become as good as Amara. Amara means those people who can live for 1 Manvantara. So for the current Manvantara period, Lord Brahma made them as the rulers of 2 planets. Previously, what they were called, we don't know, but for now they are called as Rahu and Ketu, because Rahu is living in this planet, it's called Rahu planet. In another planet, Ketu is living, it is called Ketu planet. And because they were stopped by sun and moon, and their bodies are disfigured because of sun and moon, they want to take revenge upon sun and moon. So since they are all traveling in their respective orbits, whenever they come close to sun or moon, they cause trouble to sun or moon. So basically the sunlight and the moonlight that are coming to us, they are very auspicious. They are very good. Right now we actually feel that sometimes in Delhi and here, the place where I am, because there is no sunlight, the cold increases intensely, is very unbearable. So we always eagerly look for sunlight. There should be some sunlight so that we feel warmth. So this is one aspect of sunlight. Other aspect of sunlight is auspicious. It is required for us. So during the eclipse time, either Rahu or Ketu, whoever comes in between the sun and earth and moon and earth, he will block the sun's rays which are coming to earth, and he will send his own bad rays, bad influential rays to earth. That's why it is said culturally during the time of eclipse, we are not supposed to come out of our home and roam around. And even we should not eat, we should not go to bathroom, we should not sleep, we should not do anything except chanting the Lord's holy names, at least during the time of eclipse, 1-2 muhurtas time. And it is said especially those Matajis who are pregnant, they should not at all come out of their homes. They should not be exposed to sunlight, because that will have very detrimental effects upon the child in the womb. The children might born with impaired bodily limbs, physically or mentally. So like that. So that's what. So Rahu or Ketu blocks sunrise, sunshine on Amavasya, on the dark moon Amavasya daytime, and moonshine on the Purnima night, full moon night. And this concept is called as eclipse, Uparagam. So while the sun or moon's auspicious rays which are coming to us are blocked, all the devatas will pray to Lord Vishnu. So my dear Lord, please, they are creating a bad situation all over the world. Then immediately Lord Vishnu will send his Sudarshana Chakra, which coming towards Rahu or Ketu, unable to tolerate the heat of Sudarshana Chakra, Rahu or Ketu will give away the sun or moon and go away. Just like Durvasa Muni was running out of fear of life. Same way Rahu will also run out of fear of life. So all this entire episode will take place 1 to 3 muhurtas. So eclipse can stay there for 1 to 3 muhurtas time. And during that time, all these things happen. So Rahu or Ketu coming in between sun and earth or moon and earth and blocking their rays, sending his own bad rays and covering the sun and moon. And Devatas praying to Lord Vishnu sending Surya Chakra chasing after Rahu or Ketu, Rahu or drift to leaving behind sun or moon going away. Everything will take 1, 2, 3, 4 muhurtas in total. So like that. This entire concept is called eclipse. Yeah. Yes, Mataji.
Whatever happens by the will of Krishna. So Mohini Murthy must have known that Rahu and Ketu were there. So can you please tell the internal reason that why Mohini Murthy allowed them to drink the nectar? Because but whenever we have heard all
Paramatma knows that also. Paramatma is there in the heart of ours also. But still we make so many mistakes. Why would Paramatma allow us?
Because of my free will,
Same way Rahu and Ketu also have their some free will. See, it is an activity which is happening among the Devatas and Asuras, and Lord is helping as much as possible. So to some extent, Lord also wants the influence of the involvement of Devatas also. If Mohini Murthy alone would have recognized Rahu and Ketu, he would have done something. Then how come so sun and moon will come into picture? And how will there be any eclipse afterwards? So there should be something happen. So in that way.
So do we really need eclipse? This thing happens, so there are eclipse.
Yeah, these things happen. That's why there is eclipse. Eclipse is a regular phenomenon. Eclipse is always happening. See, for anything it is happening in the universe, there are 3 aspects. Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, and Adi Atmika. So this is, we can say, this is an Adi Daivika reason. At the level of Devatas, what is the reason for eclipse? The Samudra Manthan episode. But from the Adi Bhautika point of view, the eclipse is happening because of the relative motion of the planet, the Rahu or Ketu or Sun and Moon coming in the same line, that is eclipse. Even without this past time also, we can say eclipse will happen. But that is only has Adi Bhautika aspect. Adi Daivika aspect to the eclipse is this past time. As a result of that only, we are doing all these cultural restrictions and all. Otherwise, for the people outside, they say, what is this? They're all blind faith. Why should follow all these things? They instead of staying at home, they go out and put telescope and they actually see the entire eclipse. and they telecast in the TV and all the other places, and Opera Theatre, etc. So for them, it is a simple physical phenomena, and there is no harm because of that, like that they think. But those people who are culturally following over the generations, we consider no, it has an aspect from Devata point of view also. So we need to be precautious ourselves. We need to be careful about ourselves. So
Thank you,
for
sir.
every phenomena that is happening, we have multiple level of understandings. It is not one black and white rule. So like, and because it has to happen, and Paramatma allowed, and Mohini Murti also allowed it to happen in that way. So in that. Anyone else? So then, as you go further downward, below Rahu Ketu's location, by 10,000 yojanas, we have the abodes of Siddhacharana Vidyadharas, who are naturally endowed with mystic powers. They travel easily without the aid of airplanes. All the devatas, they need airplane to go from one place to other place. But the Siddhacharana Vidyadharas, even without the help of airplane, they can go because they are endowed with lot of special mystic powers. That is the specialty of these people. And then, as you go further downward, very close to Bhumandala, at a height of 100 yojanas, we have the abodes of Yakshas and Rakshasas. Along with them, we also see the abodes of Bhuta Preta Pishashas. And from their abode, if you go downward to a distance of 100 yojanas, that is where we get the Bhumandala. The Bhumandala will come 100 yojanas below the abode of Yaksha, Rakshasa, Bhuta Preta Pishashas. So from the point of view of the Bhumandala, into the sky, to whatever extent the clouds float, the birds fly, the wind blows, that entire area, that entire sky belongs to Bhumandala. And beyond that, where the birds cannot float, where the clouds cannot go, and where wind cannot blow, that there onwards, the Borloka will begin. So it is like that. So for example, we have Pacific Ocean. In the eastern coast of India, starting from Mayapur to all the way up to Kanyakumari, we have Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean does not belong to anyone. But that Pacific Ocean touching the Indian continent on the border, some area, maybe 3-4 kilometers, that belongs to India. And that area is called as Bay of Bengal. So in that area, the Indians can do whatever they want because that belongs to Indians. So they can do whatever they want. They can fish, they can run boats, they can construct the ports, and they can keep their army, all these things they can do. But beyond that, the entire ocean belongs to no one. So like that. Same way, the atmosphere is unlimited. But some portion of the atmosphere, some portion of the ether which is touching the Bhumandala belongs to Bhumandala. So how far? Vayupurana says that normally the clouds which rain us during the rainy season, they are located within the height of 1 yojana. 1 yojana means 13 kilometers. So whatever clouds which produce rain during the rainy season, they are all well within 13 kilometers height. Even flights travel at a height of 9 kilometers, not more than that. Around 9 to 10 kilometers height only, the flights will travel about 30,000 feet. That means 9 to 10,000 meters. That is 9 to 10 kilometers. So then, Samvartaka clouds, which were called by Indra for destroying the Vrindavan during Govardhan Lila, they are located at a height of 10 yojanas. So beyond that, there is nothing. So Samvartaka clouds are at a much heighter than our clouds at a height of 10 yojanas. That means 130 kilometers. And in one sense, we can say that that is the last point of the Bhumandala. The ether that belongs to Bhumandala is this much only, 10 yojanas. Beyond that, the Borloka will begin. So like that. That is how we have to understand. So above that, the Borloka starts. And the air with which we are familiar does not exist in the Borloka. In Bhuvarloka and Swargaloka, there is a different kind of air will be there. In our place, we have one kind of air. In their loka, they will have another kind of air. So like that. So in this way, we have seen Sun, Rahu, Ketu, Siddhacharana, Vidyadharas, Yaksha, Rakshasas, Bhutapreta, Pishashas, Bhumandala, etc. Above Sun and below Moon, we also have the abodes for Gandharvas, Apsaras, and Kinnaras, Kimpurshas. They are also located in that area. So here Rahu and Ketu, Siddhacharana, Vidyadharas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, and Bhutapreta, Pishashas, Gandharvas, Apsaras, Kinnaras, Kimpurshas. This is how the different variety of people are residing in this Bhuvarloka area. If you remember 3rd canto, 10th chapter and 20th chapter, there was a discussion about the creation of 8 types of superhuman beings. 8 types of superhuman beings are created by Brahma. Their names are mentioned in the 10th chapter, and how they were created is mentioned in the 20th chapter. Later on you can refer. Of the 8, the first category, the principal devatas, such as 12 Adityas, 11 Rudras, 8 Vasus, 2 Ashwinis, and 49 Agnis, 49 Marus. So most of them, they stay in the Swargaloka, the main Swargaloka, which is above moon and below Dhroloka. The complete Swargaloka is meant for the main devatas. And second category superhuman beings are the Asuras, Daityas and Danavas. They reside in the Bilaswargas. 7 Bilaswargas, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Satal, Patal. And the remaining 6 category of superhuman beings reside in the Bhuvarloka. You can count here. Sadhyas and Pitrus, 1 category. Gandharvas, Apsara, 2nd categories. Kinnaras, Kimpurusha, 3rd category. Siddhacharana, Vidyadharas, 4th category. Yaksha, Rakshasas, 5th category. Bhuta, Preta, Pishasha, 6th category. 6 categories are residing in the Bhuvarloka. 1 category in Swargaloka, 1 category in Bilaswargas. Like this, the 8 superhuman beings are residing in these 3 different locations of the universe. So this is about the Bhuvarloka residents. Who are all the different people residing in the Bhuvarloka? Yes, Mataji.
Please correct me if I'm wrong. We were talking about Bhuloka. Now we have come to Bhuvarloka. So
Yes.
Mount Meru, the same picture was there. So we were talking about Bhuloka, but now it's a Bhuvarloka. So Mount Meru has all to all above till what? Matlab like
Mount Meru goes till the height of the Bhuvarloka. So this entire ether and empty space is there. This is all sky. The sky is all called Bhuvarloka. This upper surface of the Bhumandala is called Bhuloka. On the surface, whoever is living, they are called the residents of Bhuloka. Whoever is living in the sky, up to the height of Mount Meru, up to the height of moon, they are called Bhuvarloka residents. And above moon, up to pole star are called Swargaloka residents.
Means Mount Meru would be more inside that we are not able to see in the picture. Is it like?
No. See, the total depth of the Bhumandala is 1 lakh yojanas. Out of 1,60,000 is inside the Bhumandala, 84,000 is above. So here to here is 84 matlab I have taken round figure of 1 lakh. And Bhumandala itself is 1 lakh. So from here till here is total 2 lakh yojana. This is the width of the Bhuvarloka. Total 2 lakh. In this width, we have all the different residents of Bhuvarloka residents.
Okay. So this what we are seeing, it is still a Bhuloka, and we are talking about now about this. Actually,
Yes,
you in the last you have written the Bhuvaloka, so I was getting little confused.
No, forget about that. See,
So it is
on the surface, see, Bhuloka means is a plain surface. In the surface, whoever is living, they are part of Bhuloka. But in the sky, whoever is living, they are part of Bhuvarloka.
Right. Understood.
These people do not have a fixed residence. They are all like airplane, they are keep moving. Just like sun is moving every day, they are also keep moving. They are all moving residences. So we see them as stars. Whatever stars we see in the sky, they are all part of Bhuvarloka. Whatever stars we see in the northern side, they are all part of Swargaloka. So like that. These are all stars only.
Prabhuji, sun and moon are also located in Bhuvarloka only.
Yeah, yes. As of now, Yeah, moon is here and sun is here. As of now, sun is in Loka in Makar Sankranti time. As time progresses, the sun goes to Sargaloka also. From January, February, March, April, maybe January, February will be in Loka. March onwards, he will go to Sargaloka. He will keep going upward slowly by July. And from July onwards, start coming down. So like that. And every day, sun will rotate like this. The dotted line show the sun's orbit today. And tomorrow, this orbit will be here. Day after tomorrow here. Like that, day by day, orbit goes upward. All the way up to Dhruva. Then again comes down. All the way up to Manasutra mountain. So like that.
Very long distance, Guruji. Sun used to travel in upward and
Yes.
downward direction also.
Yeah, upward and downward, it travels a lot. It travels a lot. Vaipurana says he goes to a height of 3.6 million yojanas. Height wise. From here, he goes to a height of 3.6 million yojanas.
And moon also, Prabhuji, in same.
Yeah, moon
way.
also goes up and down. Moon is already above. He will come down. Again go up, come down and go up. Like that, every planet goes up and down. Mars, Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, everyone goes up and down.
What the main reason behind this? Mood of Dhruva Loka.
Kala Chakra is the inclined plane. That's why they all go up and down. Dhruva is pulling them. Dhruva is controlling them. That kind of arrangement is made in the universe by the Supreme Lord.
Puji, the movement of sun onwards and downwards, that's why we feel cold or heat.
Yes. When sun comes below, we have cold. When sun goes above, we have heat.
Okay.
So like that.
Maybe can I ask one thing?
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, sorry, I forgot, so I'm asking again. Where is the Dhruva Loka? Is this above Satya Loka? Pole star?
No. Not above Satyaloka. Okay, you won't be there. See, this is the Dhruva. The first ring is Dhruva.
Dhruva Loka.
This is Maharloka, this is Janaloka, this is Tapaloka, this is Satyaloka.
Means above Swarg Loka.
Above Sargaloka. This is the topmost point of Sargaloka. Dhruva is here. And from this is Bhumandala. Bhumandala to moon is Bhuvarloka. This small area is Bhuvarloka. From here to here, this is all Sargaloka.
So above Swargloka, there is Mahalok, Janlok, Taplok, and Satyalok. So these above lokas are self-illuminated.
Yes,
So they
yes,
dominate.
yes. They are all
They
self-luminous.
So behind this, the sun and moon are needed.
Yes. For Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, and Sargaloka, we need sunlight and moonlight. For the other loka, they are not required.
Thank you.
And below Bhuloka, Prabhuji, there is also not sunlight, na?
There is no sunlight.
Atal, Vital, Patal, Sutal. And what is the source of light there? The hood of
We will
Nagas.
discuss now.
Okay.
Prabhuji, can I ask one more thing?
Prabhuji,
there are, sometimes we talk about the siddhis, 8 siddhis, the people, those have 8 siddhis, they go up to Tapaloka. So Tapaloka, they get, I was reading NOD, so there I was thinking that as we read that, bhakti surpasses even liberation. So these people who has Ashtasiddhis, they go up to Taploka and they get little siddhis, what is the remnants and remaining are there, and then they come to Bhuloka and that they enjoy here. Is it true, Prabhuji?
Yeah, for everything. When somebody does piety, first they go to Sargaloka, they have better facilities there. After their piety is over, they again come back to Bharatavarsha. They take birth in an aristocratic family, in a wealthy family, which is the result of the previous pious karmas. Same way, some yogis, by their austerities, they may get Ashtasiddhis. They may go to some upper planetary system. They may live there for some time. And when they come back, they also get birth in some aristocratic family with some better facilities. Which everything is the result of previous austerities and past activities. So like.
So they go up to Tapaloka and they come, they can, when the parties is over, then they come to any lower planet like both.
Generally, everyone will come back to Bharatavarsha. Bharatavarsha is the place where one can accumulate karma. Other places are meant to spend their karma.
Yes.
Okay. Other devotees, any questions? Okay. If there are no questions, we will go ahead. So we have seen about all the different people that are there in Bhuvarloka. After this, Bhagavatam talks about the 7 Bilasvargas, which are located inside the Bhumandala in this area. So we will discuss about these 7 Bilasvargas. Now, beneath the Bhumandala, there are 7 other lokas. Avaner api atastad saptabhu vivara ekaikaso yojanayutantarayama vistare nopalakalpita. Bhu vivara means within the hollow cavities of the Bhumandala. They are also called as nether worlds because they are located within the bowels of the Bhumandala. And their dimensions are 10,000 yojanas in each direction. The length is 10,000, width is 10,000, the height is also 10,000. They are like the cubical arrangement. And they are located with an interval of 10,000 yojanas between them. What are they? Atalam, Vitalam, Sutalam, Talatalam, Mahatalam, Rasatalam, Patalam, Yidi. These are the 7 lower planetary systems. So in total, they are measured as 10,000 by 10,000 by 10,000 in all 3 directions, with a gap of 500 yojanas between two lokas. These are the abodes of Daityas, Danavas, and Nagas. The descendants of Diti are called Daityas. The descendants of Danu are called Danavas. The descendants of Kadru are called as Nagas. These are the 3 different wives of Kashyapa. Out of 60, 27 daughters of Daksha were given marriage to moon god. Similarly, 17 daughters are given in marriage to Kashyapa. Of the 17, one was Diti. Her children are known as Daityas. One was Dhanu. Her children are known as Dhanavas. And one was Kadru. Her children are known as Nagas and Sarpas or Kardaveyas. It's like that. Daitya Dhanava Kardaveya Grihapataya. These 7 lower planetary systems are the abodes of Daityas, Danavas, and Kardaveyas. So like that. Endowed with wealth, power, bliss, sense enjoyment, greater than the higher planets, Divya Swarga. So these 7 lokas since they are called Bilasvargas. Sarga by definition is a place full of wealth and other opulences. So everyone who is born in the 7 lokas are by birth they are filled with wealth, power, bliss, sense enjoyment, even more than that of the Bhuvarloka and Swargaloka. Eteshu hi Bilasvargeshu Swargadapi Adhika Kama, Adhika Bhoga, Adhika Aishwarya, Adhika Ananda, Adhika Bhuti, Vibhuti, Samruddha, Bhavana, Udyana, Krida, Vihareshu. So all these things are available in abundance, even more in comparison to Swarga. And being immersed in illusory enjoyment, residing in their fine houses and gardens, they are 24/7 engaged in sense gratification, whose desires are not at all disturbed by others. Whereas the enjoyment in Swarga is constantly disturbed by Asuras. Devatas are living in the Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, Asuras are living in the Bilasvargas. Both of them have appliances. But Devata's opulences, Devata's enjoyment is continuously disturbed by Asuras. But Asuras' enjoyment is never disturbed by the Devatas. The reason is the Asuras have everything, but they don't have the power and position. For power and position, they keep coming to Swarga and waging war against Indra. They keep fighting with the Devatas, and thus all the peaceful atmosphere in the heaven will always be turned into heavenly atmosphere, not a war atmosphere. So in the heaven, their peaceful atmosphere of enjoyment is constantly disturbed by the Asuras. But Devatas will never come to Bilaswarga and fight with Asuras. That is not required. Devatas are self-content. So in that way. So this is how the opulences of these places are unlimited and their enjoyment is uninterrupted. So then, Maya, an expert artist and architect, constructed cities with finest houses for the leaders of the 7 abodes. So just like Vishwakarma is the architect of the Devatas, similarly, Maya or Mayadanava is the architect of the Asuras. He is the one who constructed Mayasabha for the Pandavas, the same person. And in those buildings, the leaders and the people of these lokas will enjoy in beautiful gardens and lakes, surrounded by the fruits and flower trees, which are filled with honeycombs, honeybees, and flower and the birds, etc., etc. The entire atmosphere is all ever fresh. And then they don't have any fear of death because there is no divisions of time, because there is no sunlight coming. For us, we see every day morning sun is rising and sun is setting in the evening. So one day is gone and we keep counting. One day is gone, 1 week is gone, 1 month is gone, 1 year is gone. Like that, we keep counting our years and we are afraid we are about to die now. We are coming close to death. Like that. But since in the Bilaswargas, there is no sun rising, sun setting, there is no counting of the days, and there is no fear of death. They are indifferent to how many years are passed, how many days are passed, etc., etc. So one may say, no, they will become old by the destiny. No, they will not even become old. Why? Na bhaya mahoratribhi kala vibhage ruplakshate. Then how do they get light? If there is no sunlight, if there is no day-night division, how do they get light? They get light from the jewels which are there on the hoods of the snakes, as well as the jewels bedecked on the walls of their buildings. Everywhere on the walls, they have a lot of jewels and they produce light. That light itself is providing them enough light. So the jewels itself providing enough light for them. So in that way. And then why they would not become old? By drinking the elixirs or the juices made up of divine herbs, the inhabitants do not experience anxiety, disease, foul perspiration, fatigue, old age, wrinkles, gray hair, discoloration, lack of pleasure, effect of aging due to caused by bathing, drinking and eating. So all these things does not take place in these lokas. There is no anxiety, there is no disease, there is no foul perspiration, there is no fatigue, there is no old age, there is no wrinkles, there is no gray hair. Everything is abundantly available. Nava eteshu vasatam divyaushadi rasayana anna pana snanadibi adayo vyadayo. No diseases due to food, anna, pana, snana, etc., etc. They are always healthy, youthful, full of energy, full of vigor, full of happiness. That is the way the people are residing in this lokas. And there is no fear of death by day-night counting. Only they have the fear of death because of Sudarshan Chakra. When they are too much troubling the Devatas in the heavenly planets, the Devatas will complain to Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu will send Sudarshan Chakra that will come and destroy them left and right. They only fear Sudarshan Chakra. They don't fear Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu, Devatas. But otherwise, normally, their lifespan is said to be 1 Manvantara period. Normally, their lifespan could be 1 Manvantara, but if they take part in a battle, they may die. Or if some of them are only visiting Asuraloka by becoming Asuras, their lifespan may be as per their pious activities. pious activities in the mode of ignorance, whatever they have performed, so that much time they may stay in the Asura Loka, then they go back to other lokas. So in this way, these facilities in these lokas have been mentioned. So before getting into Atala Vithalandal, one Mataji raised her hand. What is it? Any question?
Yes, Prabhuji. Can you please show the previous slide? No, there was a picture. Okay, this. Two questions were there. And Prabhuji, at least there is some like Achyut Kashyap. When we get some puja done, they ask for the Gotra. So I was just having the question that the Kashyap Muni was there. So is it like we are if somebody has a Gotra Kashyap and somebody has a Gotra Achyut, so is it like that we are coming from them? Yes, this one.
Yeah, I told you, no? Kashyapa had 17 wives. Through 17 wives, he begot 17 different variety of beings. In the next canto, 6th canto, we will be going to study about all these different descendants of Kashyapa. So Kashyapa's one wife name is Aditi. So Aditi had 12 Aditya's children. So from the 12 Adityas, one's name is Aryama. And eventually Aryama also begot many children. And all those children of Aryama became the human beings. So some of the human beings which were born as the children of Aryama, whose father was Kashyapa, they have the Gotra of Kashyapa. And other human beings who are born through Bhrigu, their Gotra is Bhrigu. Some of the children, some of the human beings who are born through Vasishta, their Gotra is Vasishta. Like this, all the great sons and grandsons of Lord Brahma, who begot various children who populated the entire universe, they became Prajapatis. And the name of the first son of Brahma, the first person who is expanding the population, he will be our Gotra. So like that, Gotra is designated like that.
Okay, one more question. That Diti, Danu, and Kadru, because Kashyap Muni is here. So, but Diti is giving birth to Daityas, and Danu is giving the Danavas, and Kadru is giving birth to the Nagas. So, it is because the mentality of the Matajis here.
Yes, yes. It is as per the mentality of the mothers, and it is also as per the need of the hour. So it is like that. In Vedas, there is a phrase which Madhvacharya quotes in his commentary to Bhagavatam. Matru Jati Pitru Lakshan. When the children are born, the children will get the caste of the mother, the qualities of the father. Qualities mean the physical traits like that of the father they'll get, but their caste, their mentality, their mental behavior, their disposition is all because of mother. For example, we study in the Bhagavatam, especially when Janmashtami comes, we study that there was Shurasena Maharaj, he had two wives, one Vaishya wife, one Kshatriya wife. Shurasena Maharaj? No, it was Parjanya. The Vaishya wife gave birth to children, they became Vaishyas. The Kshatriya wife gave birth to children, they became Kshatriyas. Like the Eve was like Vasudev, the Shurasena's wife, Kshatriya wife, her son is Vasudev, who became king. And the Dusra wife, her children became the Vaishyas, Nanda Maharaj and all these personalities. So like that, because mother was Vaishya, her children also became Vaishyas. So one mother was Kshatrani, her children also become Kshatriyas. So in that way. So mother caste children will inhabit. So like caste means the mother's disposition, mentality, and her upbringing. So that define their caste in that sense.
Here, Kadru is the same who Kalia Nag mother.
Yes. Kalia also her son.
And Simika, who is in the
Vasuki, Shesha, Kalia, These are all the children of Kadru.
Okay. And Rahu Ketu mother Simika Prabhuji same comes in Sundarkand. Simika when Hanumanji was going to Lanka.
Yeah, looks like that. Seems to be same Simika.
Okay.
Bhagavatam also her name comes. Simika was the sister of Prahlad Maharaj. She was also the daughter of Hiranyakashipu.
Yes, Prabhuji. Absolutely.
Yes, Mataji, Leela Priya Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, Daitas are asuras. Or they are
Daityas and Danavas both are asuras.
Okay, fine. So Daitas are son of Diti. And Danavas are son of
Danu.
Okay, Danava, Daitas, and Asura, they are same.
Yeah. Daityas and Danavas both are combined together called asuras. See, asura means a category. In the current Manvantara, the asuras are Daityas and Danavas. Like Devata is a category. In the current Manvantara, the Devatas are 12 Adityas, 8 Vasus, 11 Rudras. These are the Devatas in the current Manvantara. In other Manvantara, somebody else will be the Devatas, like Rubus. So like that, the Devatas will be with a different name in the other Manvantaras. And in the current Manvantara, the Asuras are Daityas and Danavas. In some other Manvantara, the Asuras might be called some other name. They will be children of some other mothers. Whatever be the name of that mother, accordingly they will be called.
So, okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Got it. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. And Prabhuji, there are 4 lakh type of consciousness according to the human being. 4 lakhs type of human being. So it's depend on the consciousness, na Prabhuji.
Yes, yes. It
So
is both consciousness as well as physical structure. Both physical and mental structure combined together defines the distinction.
So Prabhuji, here you have mentioned that there are 8 type of
human beings.
So there is 8 and 1 human is total 9. So only 9 type of consciousness can be. How it's 4 lakhs or in which types of what it's.
Hey Prabhuji, I told you 2 things. One is physical structure, second one is mental disposition. Both will have different distinctions. So from physical structure point of view, all human beings may look same. But mental disposition, they have so many divisions. Even one parents who have 4 children, the 4 children will have 4 different variety of consciousness. In one family only we have 4 divisions. The 4 children will be of 4 different categories. And mother is also 1 category, father is also 1 category, total 6 ho gaya. Or unka parents, they were also different categories, 8 ho gaya. So like that. No 2 people are similar almost. Maybe in rare cases they may be same, but generally they are all different. Every person is a unique person. So in general, this verse comes in Padma Purana. If Padma Purana is talking about Bharata Varsha, then 4 lakh variety of human beings are there. If Padma Purana is talking about the entire universe, then this 4 lakhs includes the human beings, Asuras, Devatas, Gandharvas, Kinnaras, Kimpurushas, and sages, all the way up to Brahma. Because all these people have same bodily structure. Everyone has our bodily structure is same. 2 legs, 2 hands, and 1 head. This is our bodily structure. So physically we are all almost similar. So mentally we are all different. So all 4 lakh will include all the way up to Brahma. If the discussion is only about Bharata Varsha, it only includes about human beings. Within human beings only we have 4 lakh varieties.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you.
Yes, Rukmini Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhuji, I'm asking this at wrong time, but Dhil Swargas means we are talking about the Swarga is that Dhil Swargas, these all planet Atal, Vital, Sutal, Atal.
Yes.
Why they have the opulence, but they don't have the position, though, so they have given the name of Dhil Swarga. Can we understand?
Swarga by definition means a place filled with a lot of opulences. That's all. See, having wealth is different, having position is different. Both are different. So if the place is full of opulent, we say that this place is like Swarga only. When you go to some different places, the place looks very beautiful. We say that this place is like Swarga. When you go to mountain area, when you see a serene place, you may say that this place is like Himalayas. a mountain area, even in your locality also you may say that this is like Himalayas, very peaceful, very serene. It is only an adjective. So in that.
Is there any specific meaning of bhil?
Billa, you don't know Bill. Bill means what?
Bill.
A rat.
Okay. Okay. Yes,
From
you
that
told
comes
me
Bill
that.
Swarga.
Yeah. You told
These
me earlier.
Swargas are inside the bill.
Yes.
They are not in the open space. They are inside the bill. That's why they are called Bill Swargas.
Yes. Thank you.
So like that. आप लोग हिंदी वाले आप सबको पता होना चाहिए. So 1 second. What is the time now? It's already okay. 1 o'clock. We should be fine. 1, 2, 3. I think we'll stop here. Evening also have class and the morning also have speaking. So I think it's already 1 o'clock. We'll stop here and we'll continue tomorrow afternoon from here onwards. So request all the devotees to read through once so that you can become clear of all these discussions, and also refer to some notes if at all you are making, or just refer to the recording videos if you want to know more details about it. So thank you. Hare Krishna. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.
So tomorrow we have class at 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time.